Stream. We'll wait. Let's get the tweets popping. Let's see if the dashboard do what it do. Oh yeah, it says starting. All right, hold on. Let me get my tweet out.
You'll have my camera until I feel like I don't need this thing on me.
We're about to go right now. I see green. That
It's
is
good.
good.
It's good.
Yes, sir. And we are live. Happy New Year. And welcome to 2020 and the Iron Lord Podcast and the LordsOfGaming.net. Episode number 140. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And today we've got PS5 to debut at CES, VinceZampella and EA, the value of Game Pass, and PhilSpencer's latest interview to discuss. So we're going to get right into it. So let's introduce the four horsemen of gaming, the original lords here at the round table. My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of Reviews, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. I was tired, but I woke up a little early to make sure I was energized. Well, this is fake energized, but you know, we'll see about getting it as genuine energized before the end of the show.
Why are we fake energized?
it's like you pressed the button just to see me.
I did, man. I pressed the button. See that I'm an addict. Like, you know.
Your name is fitting. What have you been playing, sir? Over this long break?
Let's see. I played a lot of Phoenix Point. Been playing a lot of Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've realized there's a lot of bull on Pokemon Online. Like stuff that I'm just like, how do you even expect me to beat this thing? Like,
so you come along though, like with the vibe you gave me before, like it was mad easy, or you wasn't really feeling it, like you in pocket now.
oh yeah, no, the game's still trash, like the base game. but I enjoy the competitive side because like I didn't realize like Pokemon competitive is like crazy. Like if you don't know exactly what to do, or if you do something too soon, you're just getting wiped. You're getting destroyed.
Okay, so the competitive seed is there. So it's been that. And shout out to Phoenix Point. That's in Game Pass for PC right now, right?
Yeah, it's in Game Pass for PC, King.
This is what I'm talking about.
Like, I'm still not playing it.
Oh, damn. All right, so that's what's
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Game Pass was taking over, baby.
That's what it is, man. And of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single-player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patreon of the Iron Bank, my man, Smooth Lord Sovereign. How are we doing, sir?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and
you're
good,
supposed to say-
afternoon. And good afternoon.
You lazy bastard.
Yeah, 11 a.m. in the bushes. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's do that.
Lazy bastard.
See, now what Saul don't like is now you're in our world.
Yeah.
How was the afternoon world?
Saul don't like the fact that he's been up for a couple hours and we're just rising.
He's been up all day.
he might not have the energy to fight us today.
So let me ask you, was it weird not being doing this earlier? Because I know you were the fan of 11 a.m.
You know what I usually do though is that I get up, I'll make breakfast or whatever, and then I'm I'll be able to game a couple of hours. So that's what I do.
You should be able to game longer. Like that's what it should be.
Man, yeah, you got a longer time to game now.
Yeah, you can coerce that however works for you.
Yes.
What have you been doing during your time off, sir?
I actually got to finish some games miraculously.
Wow.
A couple of games. That's
What you got?
amazing for me. So I finally finished Plague Tale.
Oh.
I
Nice.
still need to get down on that game.
That game is, this narrative is fantastic. The gameplay stuff is very basic sort of gameplay, like in terms of like stealth and stuff like that. Nothing really to write home about. But those games from Focus Home Interactive, man, that's one company I wish Microsoft would kind of have their eye on, because these guys, like when you look at Plague Tale, that game is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous game. The narrative is great, the characters are great. It just you look at it and you know if they had a little more dough, like a little bit more dough, everything that they do. That game, like Vampire, that is another game that they made that's cool in terms of narrative. Greedfall, shout out to Greedfall.
That's Focus Home.
That's Focus Home. That's
you know what, Sam, though, you wanted something because we've been following Focus Home for a while. I'll say the last couple of conventions, and every time we go to their showings. Yeah. I would say them, 1C, and a couple of like Rebellion.
1C is incredible.
Yeah, they every time we go to their booths and we do behind the scenes stuff, it's always great products. Yeah, I have to agree with you.
Great products. It's just they're on a smaller scale. So man, if Microsoft was gonna pick up anybody else, or not even necessarily they pick up that publisher, right? That's a big get. But like a Sobo, like the smaller devs that are making these games, like that would be fantastic. And so that, and I also got to finish Gears finally.
Wow, you ahead of me because the Attic was trying to get me through. You're ahead of me now.
Oh, really? Okay. So
I'm in the bushes now. I'm in the bushes. I'm fraud now.
So you finally got to that ending part. We won't go into that.
We won't go into that.
So talk to me. So I need your opinion. Come on.
I mean, it's Gears. It's more Gears. It's polished to Gears as it's ever been. It runs beautifully, looks beautiful. The action is fun, but
hold on, they correcting us though. Hold on, 1 second. They saying a Sobo.
Did Plague's Tale, Focus Home.
They the publisher. Yeah, okay, got you. Okay, got you. Continue on Gears. So, yeah, man. Like I enjoyed it, but I was at the end. I felt it was a little short. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because the way I was playing it, I felt like it was. I wanted a little bit more in terms of gameplay. But it was fine. It was fine. It's beautiful. It's the most polished version of.
I think the biggest criticism I get for that is I felt like the ending could have been a little bit different in terms of boss wise.
That was just a cheesy fight. It's not. I don't know. Yeah, it could.
I think they wanted to highlight other aspects at the end of the game. You know what I mean? But we gotta play that Cognito because you're on the third act.
I gotta get it done. I gotta stop BSing
because the last act. The fourth act only takes like an hour to do.
Yeah, we're there. We just gotta get it done. You know what it is?
Which one is? Have they said what's canon?
No, they haven't brought that up.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I think
both of them are going to be canon.
I want to do it again. Like we had the good team. It was me, you, and I think you. I mean, in the Attic. I mean, and Kai. And one of y'all was Jack, and I like the way y'all was using Jack, and I like that squad. It was just us three. It's just getting us three together. It's like I don't want to play it by myself with the AI doing foolishness. Like I want to play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That 3-player co-op.
Since I know Kid Smooth got nothing to do because his team got eliminated. So
we start with the picture slander early. Oh man, y'all dead. Leave that man alone. What's going on?
I will say this though. I think you really should play it co-op because there were moments in that game.
Yeah,
like the AI is dumb as hell.
Yeah, and then Attic, he be bringing the guns over. They be up late. They be doing their little joint with Jack. I like it.
Having a good Jack is so essential.
Cognito is frauding to death right now.
They're killing me. They're killing me. You're right, kid. Because Blade X said Cog ain't finished that until it come to Switch.
Exactly.
Shout out to Lord Tazoichi with the $50 super chat to start off the year. Wow, Tao. Thank you so much, brother. Wow. Couldn't get you guys before the holidays, but Happy New Year, Lords. Enjoy your games and consoles and stop banging on that plastic. It's the hate in the world. That is the goal, my brother. Thank you so much.
You know what I noticed, though, King? You should be in super chat reading self now. It's 1 p.m. Why you got the glasses?
Why is the one that's on the down?
When my intro starts.
Okay.
So like before intros with the glasses, after intros without the glasses.
Yo, Rap coming at me $2 super chat. God, you haven't finished Gears 5 yet? Fraud. Yeah, I'm frauding.
Yo, Brap. Yeah, I think you on to something, baby.
I'm frauding. Listen, I don't want to play it solo. I had so much fun playing with
this game.
Nah, shout out to Kai Batsu and Attic. When we all ready together, we gonna do it. We finished them last 2 acts.
It's not going to happen. What he's doing right now is he's shifting blame.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you see that? You like that, though.
What he's doing is he knows both of them are not going to be in the same place at the same time. And he's telling them, because I want to play with you guys. And when y'all are around, we can get it done. Attic is going to be at work. Cog is going to
stop it.
Box is going to be at work.
Nah, bro.
It's the moon.
Next time I pop up on Discord, when we sit there like, man, let's play some Gears. Let's finish that. But this need to be done on Destiny Addict. Like,
I do need to do a Nightfall.
It's going down because I got xCloud at work with Gears 5. I can do it anywhere. So it's on them now. I played Gears 5 on xCloud at work with both of them home and the other one on PC.
Listen, in 2 weeks, I want y'all to ask him the same question. And you're going to get the same answer.
Let's get back to Solve. Your intro's not done. Your intro's not ready yet.
Solve when he going to play me in that game that he started off with me that he left me at the altar with.
Oh, wait,
at this point, that's 2 years ago. That's crazy.
At this point, that's not just the backlog. That game don't exist.
Yo, the Rebel was out here doing mutiny on me. Anyway.
Hey, you know when you could play that game, King? When A Ways Out 2 comes out.
All right, no doubt, Brap. $2 super chat. Cog, let me know. I'll call up with you. All right, you know what? You want to say, because you on PC, so we can actually do that, because you PC.
He's lying to you, Brap. Brap, he's going to tell you, no, I want AJ and Kaibatsu. Is the moon and the sun must align
to form that perfect eclipse. Brap is PC
not going to happen.
Race, so you know them frames going to be right when we play.
Oh, God, he's blowing smoke. Listen, right now, that was the biggest smoke screen that you're gonna get, man. I'm telling you.
Anyway, shout out to Tazuichi. He's gonna catch us later. But Solve, that's been it. That's the rest.
Yeah,
of
man. I'm near the end of Control, which is funny because I was further involved than either one of those two games.
He said, "Ew." He said, "Ew."
Let the man finish. Stop it. It's a new year. Y'all gotta stop interrupting Solve.
I gotta finish Control, but Control. I don't know. It's a different experience on the X than it is on the S. I would say that.
I mean, I guess, man, that make that story better. Like, did you play the Control better story? Like, did you play this Control? I understand what's going on. Like, I don't.
Mad loud, sir. Get your
Control.
That's because I raised my voice.
Better than Death Stranding, though. I'll say that.
So that's it.
It's understandable.
No doubt. All right. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer. I don't think he's doing ooh anymore.
No, that was so 2019. That's so
we gotta put something in the gap, though.
You know what it is? It's just so 2019.
We really doing this right now?
Yeah, it's like you gotta have a substitute. We just gotta have blank space.
You got it. Woo!
Yeah, woo or something. Phil.
Yeah. No.
Throw up your Phil. The Lord of Combat Sports, King of the Statues, demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement. Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is so delicious. You know what it is?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It feels. Don't it roll off the tongue? Nice pause.
Is that going to be your new thing? Good afternoon.
He was relishing this all yesterday. He's posting on.
Don't expose him. Put the expose him.
All I'm just saying is
this guy
being able to sleep.
This guy here, man. This guy here. All right. Anyway, hi guys. What's going on? God, this dude here, man. God, this guy here, man.
How's it been, sir?
Oh, God, this guy.
What's been going on? You've been away for a while. What's been going on?
Oh, well, Destiny. You know, I'm such a fraud, right? I was playing Sakiro. I thought I was, right?
What?
I purchased it. You didn't see it? Okay, you looking at all these posts, right, Mr. Blabberface? Anyway, so I picked that up, and you know I have the Resident Evil. So I said, yo, this time off right now, I'm going to play. That ain't happened. You know what I played this whole time off?
Oh, no.
Destiny. Every day, all day.
Did you finish your obelisk? Did you get your obelisk done? Or you working on
yeah, I did all of them.
There's certain bosses I'd love to see you fight on Sekiro.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because I had one guy tell me that it took him 90 minutes to beat a regular boss.
I said, you talking about the first dude with the kimono.
Why you putting bad bushes? And I see you, Saul.
Yeah, I can say whatever. Mr. Blow up something crazy.
Why is there bad bushes every time King is talking?
Because there's no way in hell. I said, it's 90 minutes? I was like, man, I'm going to try it.
It took kids 5 streams to beat the monkey boss, dude.
No, listen, I saw Kid Smooth stuff, and I tell you, Kid Smooth is the most entertaining person on the internet.
Yes,
I don't care what nobody say. You can go back to. I hope his video is at 1 million views right now because it should be. It's the funniest video that I've ever seen in my life.
He actually
the best.
He threw his controller against the wall so bad it set off his alarms.
Hold on 1 second. My boy Tip Diamonds in the super chat with the Canadian $2 super chat. Big up to the Iron Lord panels. New Year's salute. You're supposed to give us the temperature, Tip Diamond. You always give us the temperature in Canada. What is it? Minus 35? What is it over there?
Oh man.
Oh, it's that warm over there right now?
It's crazy. Warm. It's crazy. I shout out to Tip Diamond out there. Go ahead, King.
He out there smacking polar bears. God bless. God bless. No, well, it's just been destiny, and I thought I was gonna get something else done, but I've been watching my son play a couple of games because he got Game Pass, and this kid has literally gone nuts. And I can look at all the stuff that he does because Microsoft sends you like a readout on when you're the parent over the kid's account.
Wow,
they tell you everything that they're doing down to the minutia, down to the hour and the minute that they're doing it, what game, who texts them, what's that about, did they go to browse any sites, what sites were they browsing, and he can't because that part is locked and stuff like that because he's only 8 years old. But I didn't know that it was so detailed, the parental control.
Yes.
Now Microsoft allows you to have over how the child interacts with this gaming device, and everybody's usually afraid of their children gaming because it's so open. It's like an open space. You don't know if he's in a chat room or whatever's going on, and you can monitor this stuff. And I really think that should be expressed more and talked about more. Because it's a safe environment for your child, because you can literally monitor every last second of what he does. And if you feel that he's playing Fortnite too much, you can stop it right there from your phone.
Oh, like, you got remote shutdown?
Yes, you can shut his joint down. All right, no more Fortnite. You can limit the hours that he's going to play certain games, and this is allowable and this is not allowable. And I think that's fantastic.
That's
it gives me peace of mind as a parent.
That's what's up, man. Salute to you. What's going on in the background? Is that KOS coming up? What is those?
Okay, all right. So a lot of people always ask me,
you know what those are? They look expensive. That's what those are.
Yo, shout out to Brap. He said Red Bug gave it at it looked like NPC from Rainbow Six Siege.
yo,
take that as a compliment.
You do. And I love it.
Tier 1 operator.
Tier 1 operator.
Yeah, you see the hats and the beards, right?
Yeah, I like it. I like the Addict swag. The new joint for 2020 is lit.
That's what's up. What's up. Let's go White King. I like it.
I'm done.
I like it. I love it. But everybody always asks me, do I collect toys? And I have these toys probably for 15, 20 years, right? These toys that's behind me. And I said, well, I have a statue that's coming in. And when that statue comes in, it's part of the DC line. I'm going to do those toys with the statue, so you guys can see exactly other stuff that I hold and I collect, because not everybody collects statues. A lot of people are into figures and stuff like that, like this Akira that I have right here that I was showing Cog and everybody before the show.
That's fire. That's what's up. Akira's a classic, bro.
Yes,
shout out to Squirrel. Canada's in the building. Shout out to Squirrely Dan 82 with $5 super chat. Welcome to the New Year ILP. This is Lord Dirty D. Oh yeah, Dirty D 1982 from Yellowknife. That's Yellowknife. Bang them out there. Only to minus 22.
Oh my God.
Celsius here today.
Minus 22.
Minus 22 Celsius. Wow.
I'm sorry for you. You're out there wrestling penguins. I'm sorry.
That's not even penguins, man. That's like he's wrestling dead penguins at that point.
Where he's wrestling Yetis. I want to be from Yellowknife. Like where they get busy down there. It's like they get busy.
Yellowknife.
Yellowknife, son. That's crazy.
From here on out, I'm going to consider everyone in Canada a superhero. I can't. It's 20.
It's a heat wave.
He said it's a heat wave at minus 22.
Those are the people that you take to that. You ever see that slap box fight thing? You ever see that on TV, like that champion slap box? They got the toughest skin. So you go in there with a group of Canadians, and you're going to definitely win their fight.
No doubt. So you've been catching up. That's good, King, with breaking down the parental controls and all that good stuff. And of course, oh, hold on. Tyler says, all I care about, King, is if you got that World Breaker Hulk yet.
Oh, okay. So World Breaker Hulk didn't come out yet, but if you're talking about Gladiator Hulk, the one where he's on top of the like giant squid thing, yeah, that's also coming in the mail too. I have that coming too. I have probably like I think it's like 10 statues this month that's coming in.
Shout out to Ice Queen Gaming. She's like, it's cold in the UK where I live. I feel you. I don't know how.
But is it -22 cold?
Yeah, that's next level. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, Lord Cognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Before I even start, I want to.
I just realized we ain't even through intros.
I know, it's crazy.
I know,
we just talking, man. It's been a minute. I haven't seen y'all. But yo, salute to. I want to first before we get anything. I want to first of all salute y'all. It's good to be back talking to my bro.
Let's get some IOP and logos in the chat.
You know what I'm saying? We got 100. Oh yeah, put the logos in the chat, yo. IOP back for the 2020. You know what I'm saying? New year. Exactly. Put the throw the crest up, throw your shield up. You know what I'm saying? So 118 in the chat, looking real good. But first of all, it's good to be back talking game. Yeah, I will admit, King, we talked about this in Addict Talk. It did feel weird that we wasn't here. I was like, it feel like you get into that routine. So you
solve that is not the IOP logo.
Who did that for you?
I was up on Sunday for no reason. I felt like a lost puppy. You ever just
routine wise, like you're supposed to be doing, like you cheating, like you getting away with something. You know what I'm saying?
I was asleep.
I didn't.
You know what? But then I promptly went back to sleep after I realized we were off.
Not me. I sat there that whole time, and it's like the same period of time that I'm up with all the energy. Yeah. That energy was focused on doing a perfect score in the Nightfall, I was being nice, running people through certain parts of raids. I'm like, let me Sherpa you through.
Man, you must have had all kinds of energy.
Yeah, you had all time, man.
And listen, my energy fell straight to the floor.
It's like the moment the podcast is supposed to be over, I gotta go, you guys.
Right to the bushes.
Yeah, man. But same thing, a lot of Destiny, man. Just rocking out, getting my obelisk or a level 11. Apparently, it looks like Imperium Foundation is what I'm hearing is going to be the new trials. We're building the new trials with Saint.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. On PC, because I don't play Destiny on PC, right? Yes. When you fly to Earth and you try to access the Earth obelisk,
it's a mess. Oh my god. You got to do tricks. You got to keep log coming back in. Sometimes it can take 8 times to get that obelisk going. Bungie's aware. Shout out to Damage from Bungie, one of the community managers. That's one of the fixes. It's also in the tower sometimes. The obelisk that's in the tower. That one you have to keep coming back every once, but that one's not as bad as the EDZ.
I've never had a problem with the tower one.
Sometimes the tower one acts up.
My biggest problem is definitely the Earth tower, because every time I go there, I'm like, man, okay, I gotta level this up. So anytime I get a chance to get in there, I level it up and grab all the bounties.
Yeah, you got to do everything. Like what I would say is almost focus on the EDZ first. Get that up to level 11 with the resonance. Get all the little things, buy all the little things, the low rank ups, because they'll make the sundial better. So when you do the sundial, you get more drops. So do that joint. It takes Game of Forte. Yeah, man. He said he couldn't even imagine loading out the EDZ on console. Yeah, it's got to be. It's awful. Yeah. But they're gonna fix that. So I've been doing that. But
this is one I really think we need is those SSDs, man.
Bro, you know you could throw the SSD on your Xbox.
I'm not spending that money. I told you. Do you don't remember what happened to me? No. You don't remember when my 9 terabit died on me? Yeah. So when my 9 terabit died on me, you know what the king said? I'm gonna go out to the store. I'm gonna give me an SSD. I'm gonna go ball out. I went to the store. Do you know how much they cost?
SSDs is no joke. Yeah,
no,
I got me a Samsung.
Wait till Microsoft give it to me.
I got me a little Samsung portable joint for Xbox. If I'm gonna play not Master Race, I'm gonna need an SSD at minimum.
Question this: you said you got a portable one, right? Yeah. Now, when I'm standing in the store and I'm looking at them, they told me that little portable joint is not ideal for my console, and they got one ideal for the console, and because they give you a little chart at Best Buy. Shout out to Best Buy for making dumb people smart. And I'm right there looking, and I was like, okay, because I was going to get the little portable joint. Yes, they did. Yes, they. Shout out to Best Buy for making dumb people smart, because I will go in there and purchase some joint thinking I'm smart. Nah, they got a chart just for me, so I know exactly where I fit in, so I don't get home and be like, oh, like I did with that headset, and I didn't have a jack for my phone. I was like, oh my god, I gotta take this back.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
No, so shout out to Chief Tommy. He said, I'm sure it can't be worse than the Outer Worlds loading screen. You know what? But see, I play on SSD on Xbox. That's what I like. So it's fine. Like I'm doing everything with no problem on that joint. To me, it's very comparable to PC.
I use that portable one too. I don't have a problem with it.
Also, you use it?
You connect to the USB and it's fine. Like what you can also do that may be a little bit cheaper. You can get a bigger SSD. Is that you get an internal. You buy like a cheap encasement on Amazon.
Yes.
For the SSD, and you buy an actual PC SSD. And that you would put inside of a case, but you just put it in the encasement and you're good to go.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Forte. He said, "Don't let them lie to you, King." He said you could use any SSD on your Xbox.
It was Xbox branded, the one that they told you to get.
The one I got is the Xbox one, but the one I got, the Samsung one, when you compare the write speeds and all that, it's faster. It's faster. So I was like, I'm just gonna go with that joint. You know what I'm saying?
So you got that little
one.
Samsung.
Yep.
That's the one I saw.
Yeah, get that joint.
That one was like 160, something like that.
Well, I got the one. I don't know if I went 1 tera. I know I spend I'm not spending over $100 because I'm like the next generation consoles are gonna come. So I'm not gonna go too crazy. This is just so that when I do cross play and I play with y'all, it's at least tolerable. Okay, the 30 frames is one thing, but the 30 frames on top of the slow load screens, like. People don't understand on PC. You know how Destiny is. You start the match, you go, like, you be like, all right, let me go to the fridge. I'm going to go to the bathroom before we fly. Oh, no. PC, we like, yeah, it's in the match. Let's go. We ready. I'm like, damn. You don't get no breaks like you used to. You know what I'm saying? With the console joint. But, yeah, that's what I would say. But other than that, I've been doing good. I want to shout out one Lord real quick. Lord Michael Mercy, man. Yo, he did the Gaming Ninja proud, man. This guy, we're going to try to get him on ILP. He is an 80s toy and video game connoisseur. Yo, he did the Storm Shadow joint, son. It was crazy. Yo, he shouted the Lords out. Please watch that. I put it up on Twitter. Shout out to Michael Mercy. We're working on something with him. Hopefully, we'll get him in the realm as well. But yeah, man, that's been pretty much it.
I got something that you might be a little bit happy that I'm getting. Let me see if I can pull that up. And hopefully, I'm still winning the bid. Right now, I'm going to go to bids. Hopefully, they didn't, knock me out. But right now, I'm still winning right now. I'm still the highest bidder for, I think you can see it, right? I'm still the highest bidder right now for this Snake Eyes.
Oh, that's Snake Eyes. I was like, who's at the bottom?
Yeah, that's Snake Eyes with Timber. So Sideshow's premium format joint that I'm trying to win.
Oh,
so hopefully I'm still the highest bidder. I got a couple of hours to go.
That's the Ninja Storm Shadow Snake Eyes.
And I got Storm Shadow coming too.
I can't wait. I might have to be on KOS for that.
Yes, well, we know what me and you gonna have.
Me and you doing the one on
when that special statue comes out that we both gonna pre-order.
So now that the intros are finally done, LordSov, Mr. Iron Bank, is it that time of the month?
It is that time of the month yet again to say thank you to all of our wonderful supporters, patrons, and YouTube subscribers, and give a little bit back to the community.
Jonathan B, my man.
Jonathan B. That's right.
So let's start out with our Patreon subscribers and say thank you to them. First off, of course, Mr. You frauded on us a little bit, Mr. J Meds.
He fraud. He's supposed to be with us on
Star Wars.
Star Wars roundtable with the Lords. He's supposed to be R&R with the Lords.
Shout out, sir. Thank you for your support. And of course, our forever patron, Lord Corey Lydick, aka Lord Whiskey. Forever in our hearts.
Forever in our hearts, brother. You already know. Water white today for you. Water white for you.
Followed by Lord Slow Mo Backslap. Thank you, sir, for the support.
My man.
Lord HB33. Thank you, sir.
Salute.
Of course, followed by Lord Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo Direct. My man. We got to bring him back. We haven't had him on. I need some Switch brothers back.
Yeah. Some love.
Yeah, it's been a minute dealing with Addict and King.
You don't get MPD is not good enough for you. Like you went with
get
out of here. Enough.
We don't feel good no more. We need more.
All right, good. Yeah, well, keep on winning.
We have Lord QX7 Masters. Thank you, sir, for the support.
QX7 salute.
Followed by Lord Zorro. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Lord.
And we have a new patron,
Lord
Novocaine FF.
I love that name.
The name is
Lord or lady, or lady.
Okay, Novocaine.
So much. Next up, we have Lord Fastback 6768.
Woo! My man, LG in the building.
Then followed by, of course, the Lord who loves his Nintendo Switch, Lord Stitch 6669.
You about to unsubscribe now.
Listen, what the hell?
Don't ever associate with me.
Somebody
How long are you guys gonna be on this Switch topic? Yo, I love when he does that. When he do a Switch topic, he be like, "Oh man, I thought I missed this."
We purposely don't put the timestamp on the Switch topic.
Yeah, like he's forced. He's forced.
He keep coming back to it. No.
Next up, we have Lord Vagabundo. Thank you, sir.
Man,
Vagabundo.
Vagabundo.
Next up, we have the Lord of GameStop and one of the most positive lords in the realm, Lord Gaming Forte.
Your Gaming Forte, you about to have a good year, man.
Oh yeah, he about to have a good summer.
yeah, you have a good year, man.
Ooh, those stitches in there with the fraud alerts, I'm about to burn it.
That's right, I'm with you, Stitch. Let's do it. Let's do it. They out here frauds, baby. Let's get
it. Next up, we have the Lord of Lords of Gaming.net, Lord Undead 316.
Oh, you cooking, baby. Undead, we him cooking. I can't wait. It's gonna be a hot summer. It's
gonna be a nice summer, Undead.
Next up, we have Lord Lynchpin. Thank you, sir, for the support. Much appreciated.
No doubt.
Next up, we have another new patron.
Okay.
Lord, and this is government. I can't say anything. Let's say Lord Iliad's 13. I won't say. I just say that. Lord Iliad's 13.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Much appreciated for the support. Followed by, of course, the Lord of xCloud himself, the Wall of Bill. Bill Stilwell. Thank you.
Oh, the Great Wall. Salute.
Yes.
Great Wall.
He had a good Canadian vacation. It was funny. He had like something that he takes his kids to. And it was hilarious because he's like, it's going to be great. It's by the beach. And it was like a torrential storms going on. He's like, kids, isn't this fun? I'm like, yo, you wildin'. Salute the Lord Bill Stilwell terrorizing his children and playing Xbox in torrential, like playing xCloud in torrential storms. Salute.
At least exactly. He's proven its worth. He's proven that it works everywhere.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Lord.
I really can't.
I can't. I'm sorry right now. Continue.
Next up, we have the Lord who is definitely from not overseas. Lord Sammy Prescott.
Oh, yeah, he gets mad. Salute to Sammy Prescott. Salute.
Followed by family to the realm, the Chancleta man himself, Lord Brap.
That's right. Another hot summer, possibly, for Lord Brap.
Yes, sir.
Brap, you gonna have a good summer, baby.
I heard he might have a good summer, too. Continue.
Next up, we have our very first patron, Lord Michael Lugo, aka Monkey Punch. Thank you, sir.
Salute to Stitch being petty king. Notice they didn't mention any Nintendo games they played over the break. Yo, they sad.
Listen, because they don't play them. You think they playing them? They just out here trolling us, man.
Getting them numbers up. That's all.
Yeah, that's all they
Monkey
care
Punch.
about.
That's the homie, man.
Next up, we have the Lord of the Stream Team, Lord Snaldo himself. Thank you, sir.
Woo! Stream
Your
Team
card.
Lord.
Your card.
What's up?
Your card. This is what I got coming.
Oh, bro. Yo. That's my heart right there. Storm Shadow's my heart right there. What? Fire. Oh, I got to see that one. Continue.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's hot.
That's beastie. Hold on a second. I lost my. I'm looking at this damn statue. I lost my page.
He said, "Yo, hold up, the hell? Did you see that?" He said, "Oh, what the hell?"
Next up, family from the cradle to the grave, Lord Colbera himself, Lord Loaded Pixels. Thank you, sir, for the
Colbera. Happy New Year, brother.
Oh, man.
Next up, of course, we have Lord Taozuichi. Thank you, sir.
Salute, man. Salute.
Thank you for the support.
Yeah, he came through. He came through with the super chat too.
Followed by Lord J. Pereira. Thank you, sir.
Lord Jameson, my brother. Already know. He shouted out King this week. He picked up Spider-Man off of King's suggestion.
Oh, that's right. I did see that.
Yeah, he was like, yo, salute to the King, man. This is one of his best. He said it's the best superhero game he's ever played.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I stand behind that game. That's game of the year. All that other stuff that was even mentioned in the same category is set on fire. Set it on fire.
That's for Attic a little bit, but you don't step away. Continue.
All right, and of course we have last but certainly not least our brother from definitely across the pond, Lord Death Singer. Thank you so much,
Singer, my man. Always ahead of us on the street. Shout out to Double Barrel. Is that Lord Boom? Hello, everyone on this glorious panel. Happy New Year. I see big success coming to the ILP. Yo, salute, brother. Yo, good guys. The good guys of 2020, man. We gonna win, man.
I was on his show on Friday.
I saw you on the show.
Lit.
Salute, yo. Boom is out here killing them. That's my gaming brother. A lot of stuff. And I heard you might be having a hot summer with the Lords too.
Boom. Hey, Boom. Hey, Boom. You're going to have a good summer as well.
I heard you have a good summer, sir.
hey, Boom. Me and you going to do this buddy cop movie. Right? Me and you gonna do the buddy cop movie. Boom and the King. The King and the Boom. King and the Boom.
King of the Boom.
King and the Boom. King and the Boom.
There's no Boom. Steakhouse is never better than Storm Shadow. We not gonna have that talk. I got my white off for Storm Shadow. Salute. And so, Mojo Blues. What's going on? But continue.
So that's that for our Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. We'll get back to the giveaways in a second, but before that, I want to say thank you so much to our YouTube subscribers.
Yes,
get into that. So in no particular order. First up, we got Lord Bed-Stuy's Finest. Thank you so much for the support.
Well, now a lot of these dudes, y'all, I see a month of subscribers in. Y'all transforming from the peasant to the little jester now. Y'all joking with us.
Oh yeah, you see him, right?
Yeah, y'all, I see the jesters in the chat now.
Working your way up the hierarchy.
The hierarchy of the realm. That's what's up.
Just greasing the iron bank. That's how you do.
It should have shivered down my spine. That was pause. I'm like, this guy's out of control. This is 2020. Stop that.
Salute to the new justice.
Shout out to Lord Death Singer.
Oh, that's the whole
double subscriber. Thank you so much, my brother.
No doubt. Salute.
Next up, we have, of course, Lord Philly Eagle.
Oh, that's the homie right there. Philly Eagle. That's the homie, man.
Then we have Lord the Blue One. Shout out.
So the blue. Shout out to Johnny the B. He said, my justice is Millie rocking right now. Continue.
Next up, we have Lord Phantom Kraken, a.k.a. Johan Zell.
Salute, brother.
Lord Villegas, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we have Lord Sleepy Goblin 2D.
I love that name. I don't care what nobody, because you can really get a visual of that sleepy goblin. I'm sleeping. Get out of here.
Next up, we have Lord Night Music. Thank you so much,
that's
brother.
The homie. NYT, he be in the building early.
Yes, sir.
Next up, Lord Gamer by Choice.
That's right.
Salute. I like that.
Yeah, nobody forcing him to game. He's by choice.
What he doing.
This is what he want to do.
He move how he want to move.
He do how he want to do it. By choice.
You ain't telling him.
Next up, and I repeat, the biggest supporter of the Nintendo Switch.
Let's go.
Lord Stitch D6.
Wow, Stitch 66. My man.
This man track you down.
We gonna put that on him. We gonna put that badge on him.
Next up, we have Lord Old School's Tech Talk. Thank you so much, my brother.
School, LogNet's finest Tech Corner. Yo, check out some Tech Corner, y'all. If y'all want to know what's going on in tech, salute to my man Old School Style. He's out there. School Tech Talk YouTube channel's up. He has some great articles on LogNet. That is my tech brother right now. Please support him.
Next up, we have Lord Jonathan B. Thank you, sir.
Jonathan B. Young Reggie in the bill. Yo, Gamer by Choice said, I've been gaming for over 40 years. You damn right.
That's right. You tell him about it, baby.
Stitch said he gonna block you off from social media with this. He's tired of you. He's
tired of you.
I'm gonna throw mad pictures of Mario on his timeline.
He said disrespectful. Yo, Stitch is hilarious.
Next up, we have Lord Pixelbit G. Thank you so much.
I like Pixelbit. Very knowledgeable, brother. Very knowledgeable.
And of course, followed by Lord Gaming Forte, double supporter. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, man. We see those emojis are looking good, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next up, we have Lord Titus Wright.
Why you laughing, King?
Yo, because I didn't see this tweet that somebody put right here, and they put the tweet. I'm so sorry. They said the German Xbox store listed God of War.
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm gonna tell you something right now, if ever on this earth God of War comes to Xbox, you might as well shut it down, baby.
They said they can't wait to hit King on that one if that haven't happened. Yo, hold on. We got to stop the show, right? Because this is a huge friend to the realm. Salute the lady Josette Rivera with the $20 super chat, a.k.a. Mrs. Boomstick. Happy New Year to all the lords. Hope it's a great year for everyone. First of all, Iron Lord salute to the lady of the realm.
Yes,
and we are very thankful because we heard through to you it might be an even better summer.
Yes, thank you for your blessing.
We
really appreciate that because I can't be a buddy cop movie without my buddy.
Exactly.
So
it's all due to this amazing woman and one of the best supporters of the realm.
Yes.
Lady Josette Rivera, aka Mrs. Paul. Salute.
Next up, we have Lord Titus Wright. This is like the best wrestling name ever, Lord Titus
Wright, yeah. But he sound like he a jobber, though. Like, he sound like
he sound like a jobber.
Nah, don't Titus Wright sound like the dude, the Ultimate Warrior, used to come out on Saturday Wrestling Challenge and he beat him up and take him to the...
No, you gotta say Paul on that name because that name is really different. That's a real different name right there.
Salute the Titus, though. Salute the Titus. I'm just saying, it felt like the jobber name.
Y'all gotta stop saying it. Let's go, man.
Salute to my bro.
Time out.
I'm teasing.
Next up, we have one of the original lords of the realm, Lord SUPERSTAR. Thank you, sir.
Back in the realm last week, old school.
Yes, sir. That was fantastic. And of course, we have Lord Cat Daddy Fact Stacks. Thank you, sir.
That's my
for the support. Much love, much love. And of course, last but not least, the Lord of the Stream Team, Lord Snaldo. Thank you so much, my brother.
My train buddy.
That's right. Oh yeah, he gonna let us know about that train.
So that's the
yo. Let me tell you a quick little story, really quickly. Let me tell you a real quick story. Me and Cog talking, we building at night, we planning future, doing stuff. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna pick my train ticket up tomorrow. He stopped me. I'm driving. He said, no, what the hell? You didn't get your train ticket yet? I said, nah, like I'm scared. Like, he in my car. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it. He said, no, do it right now. Literally, it was one seat left on the train, and if you didn't tell me right then and there, your boy would have been walking to Boston.
So this is where Lord Snaldo he's bigger pest actually saved us. Salute this.
Yes, Snaldo gets ahead of these things. That's
a man.
Buttoned it down way before. So yes.
No doubt. So is it time for some prizes and celebration?
It's time for some prizes. Of course, everybody who subscribed to us on YouTube. If you have not, look at that button right there, right below the stream, that little subscribe button. Click on that. Subscribe to the Iron Lords podcast. We have a number of different levels. You can start out with the bronze or the gold or silver. You know what you do. You get access to those emojis and a bunch of discounts on Teespring.
There goes Stitch. He ain't taking this like
he not going down without a fight. I will get the Soldier Boy console before I get a Switch. Bushes. Yo, shout out to Meds, to the Shaq, my brothers. Welcome home for a fantastic weekend. Salute, bro. We better get you back on R&R. None of that BS, man. We gonna go to the good theater where we don't get thrown out. We gonna go to the good theater.
That was hilarious. I think that was the best episode ever.
Live
y'all was doing it live from the parking lot.
Salute the Game Before Tape for exposing us.
You know what it reminded me of? Remember that time Cassidy had to fight with the battle with this dude and Disaster, and they had to do it in the parking lot.
In the parking lot.
I said they reenacting the Cassidy joint.
Listen, you missed some. We were spitting bars in the parking lot, man. So we spitting bars. Man. You should have been there. We going back to the other spot though. That spot had better lighting too. Continue.
Yeah. So get out of here.
Let's get into these giveaways. Patreon giveaways. Let's start off with this $10 gift card giveaway.
Gift cards. Let's go.
And the winner of the $10 gift card is Lord HB33. Congratulations,
that's
sir.
A new name.
I haven't heard that before.
That's Lord Hakeem.
So Hakeem, salute.
Okay, so what's up next? We have our $20 gift card giveaway. And the winner of our $20 gift card giveaway is...
We go.
Lord J. Perret.
Oh, no. But you gotta say his joint because he put his joint. Yeah.
Lord Jameson, Lord J. Pereira.
No, you ain't snitching. He put his government.
No, I just actually choked.
Sorry. Glad you're alive. Glad to get it through. Salute to Lord Jameson. Salute.
Lord Jameson, shout out. Thank you for the support, sir. Next up, we have our Teespring giveaway. Woo! And the winner of our Teespring giveaway is...
Drip.
Oh, yes, a new Lord Novocaine.
Yo. Yeah, rhymes this week.
Novocaine dropping off the bag. Things pay off immediately.
Salute Novocaine and the new name, new winning. Okay.
It is.
Salute to all of our supporters. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this. I know it's a little long-winded, and thanks to you guys, it's long-winded because the list keeps getting longer and longer.
We ain't got no problem doing it, man. We got no problem doing it, y'all.
Much love to all you guys. Much appreciated. It really does help. Every little bit of support, just being here every Sunday, helps a lot. So thank you so much.
Salute to the realm. Love to give back. Real quick before we jump in as well, I want to shout out the entire LogNet team, man. This was December. Yo, LordsofGaming.net for December.
Give it up to them.
Yo, they're the only... LogNet is the only site I saw continuously posting throughout the holiday. Everybody else took off. LogNet was pumping.
LogNet is moving, man. Yo, I am so blessed. Shout out to Dizzy. Shout out to everyone on the team, man. Josh Redding, Undead. I mean, one of the most tremendous months I've ever seen, the month of December. I mean, we damn near double, tripled our output ever, our highest output. And like I said, it's just more things to come, man. So salute. Like I said, that was probably actually our second highest since E3. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, that was tremendous. And I said, if you're not going to LordsofGaming.net, you're not going to LogNet. You know what I'm saying? 2020 is the time, y'all. We are moving out here. It's a lot going on. So salute to everybody on the team. Every single article, opinion pieces, tech pieces, movie pieces, everything, man. Everybody's moving. Everybody. Yeah, man. King moving on. You got King West Attic moving. Everybody's moving. Saab's moving. Everybody's contributing and building something for the community, grassroots, y'all. The Lord, it's y'all the lords of the realm, man. Y'all make it happen. We got some more applications coming in. It's going down, man. But I
want a wrestling aficionado. I want somebody who follows wrestling real hard because, part of ILP is, we play that wrestling, so we really hardcore into that stuff, man. Let's get some wrestling love.
Absolutely, man. We got a lot of categories, a lot of stuff, but we are going to move on, a lot of show. So let's get into these topics, man. So it's a lot been going on since we've been gone, but also some new developments. So PlayStation 5. A lot of rumors going on. You know what I'm saying?
Why a lot of rumors? And King is focusing on one thing.
I'm focusing on the truth, baby.
Listen, man. So there's a lot going on, and it's people are wondering. You know what I'm saying? Is Sony teasing the rebuttal to Phil Dominus and the Game Awards takeover with that ether? You know what I'm saying? Like, is ether coming? When is it coming?
They gave their rebuttal already.
Sony got some bars. Remember, that's fine. You've been on you love my style, Xbox. Mess with your console like ether. You ain't the kid, you know you. Salute, man. So it's a lot going on right now. So the thing right now, Sony website, there's been a teaser at the CES 2020 press conference, which is taking place Monday. You know what I'm saying? And the website reads, "The future is coming." King is shocked. I'm just
you understand? It says, and if you read it, you have to read the whole thing. The vision of the future. So I'm honestly believe they're going to be doing VR. I don't believe anything they're talking about.
So of course, like I said, we know that they've revealed. They've only up to this point they've done the wired, thing, but they haven't done an official reveal event. So the question is, in reference to that, being
I can't. Now I'm looking at Dizzy right now. I can't. Dizzy.
Now CES, it's a long running event. Normally they show non-PlayStation products, but there is a rumor, and then this was coupled by, I want to shout out Corey Barlog, man. He's been on Twitter tweeting up a storm, and he's also made some kind of tweet out.
I'm gonna read that one. Your sketch. I think you're onto something. PlayStation weak like the Switch.
I got
the pocket watches.
Out of control right now. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much.
Yo, Stitch. I think you're on something.
So Corey Barlow put up a tweet. He's like, he's going to experience his first CES in little over a week. Hopefully, I see some robots. So at the end of the day, this has led people to speculate. Is CES the reveal for the PlayStation 5? And if it's the perfect rebuttal. So I want to get the Lords in on this.
Can I go first?
All right, you can go first, King, because you can't wait. Clearly, this is what you want to talk about.
I think Curry Balog is only there to tell them that God of War is going to the PCs. Because listen, that is the absolute wrong crowd you want to bring your weak tech to. Okay, you got 8K television, you got high caliber cameras, you got all this super tech there. Here you go with this underpowered box that you're bringing there, and you think it's supposed to be just because it's Sony, you think you're gonna take over the show just because you're announcing? Are you out of your mind? See, this is when your strategy goes wrong. This is when you have the wrong person in the right place. And
yo, Brap is on your neck.
Come on,
Brap with the 2000 with your PS5 double GPU. PlayStation fans reaching because they shook. Oh my god,
this is you might be on to something, Brap. So I feel that that's the absolute wrong forum for you to release that tech. Now, maybe
you're gonna like the
it's a proper forum for you to release the VR. If you have an upgraded VR with the camera and stuff inside, I think that forum fits that, because who is your demographic that you're looking at? See, Microsoft demographic that they were looking at was all those gamers that were looking at the Game Awards show. Right. All between all the if Death Stranding is going to win, all the hoopla that was surrounding it, so many people was watching it for those reasons, right? And then you got surprised with the Microsoft joint. So that level of attack was crazy. Those views was crazy. How many people is going to be really watching the CES show? Like, I mean, you know, it's going to get covered by the media, but it's going to be a footnote. It's not going to be something that's going to stand out. And I think and I hope Corey Barlog is not there trying to act like, you know,
is there. What is he? What could he possibly?
God of War to the PC.
Oh, he gonna make that at CES. He gonna come and talk about PC at CES.
God of War VR.
You know what? And that's probably it. God of War VR. Okay. I hope they don't waste their shot, because if it will be a weak blow. It'll be like you ever punched a bully in the face?
I'm gonna lose it if it's VR. Like, I'm officially
don't lose it. Don't lose it, because a lot of people want that. I want that VR.
One away. The Dragon agrees with you, King. He says not the place for a console reveal.
It's not, because he should know. He's the official CES dude. He knows that for a fact. Hardcore people ain't looking at that. So. Have you ever punched a bully in the face? Like, you thought this was your time. You was like, yeah, I'm gonna stand up to this bully. I'm gonna punch him in the face, and it don't do nothing. And now you gotta run. I think they're gonna throw that blow at Phil Dominus Spencer and Phil Dominus Maximus.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Microsoft pretty much revealed the Xbox One X through Digital Foundry.
Do that.
Yeah, but I think
they're not gonna put that dude.
I feel like this event is on a better scale than Digital Foundry. So, because all the tech industry gonna be looking at this event.
I agree. Yeah, I agree that it doesn't feel like it's the venue for this, right, at all. But then all of a sudden now, with the assumption that they're gonna say something about PlayStation, you have all of us watching now. Right. So all of a sudden it does become an event for us, right? Just because of that. Now, where it would fail is if the PlayStation isn't the center of attention. Right. If it's a side kind of announcement along with whatever the 8K TV is or whatever else they're doing, if it's not PlayStation centric completely,
no, they announced they're having a conference.
Yeah, I don't know. Then that doesn't make any sense. At that point, just make a PlayStation event.
Shout out to Sammy Proskett. He says CES general attendance is almost 3 times of E3.
I get that. Oh, I definitely get that. But generally
The majority, a lot of them aren't gamers.
Yeah, a lot of them. It's TV tech. It's refrigerator tech.
It's tech though. Like we can't avoid that. Like
I mean, listen,
it is
the
tech.
biggest, the new TVs get showed at CES. A lot of stuff.
The new TVs that they can't do 8K. So why are you gonna bring your underpowered joint there? Like, why are you bringing a Volvo to a Lamborghini show? Take your Volvo and show your Volvo in the corner someplace. Don't do that to your Volvo.
They've had some some patents come out there. I don't know how true any of them are, right? But they obviously the next VR thing. This other thing with these controllers where it links up, like it's almost like an xCloud sort of or PS Now centric controller thing that's a portable thing but not a portable thing. Like they have a couple of hardware patents that could be realities that maybe they talk about here that would make more sense.
Do that.
I mean,
have Corey Butler out there with the VR glasses talk about God of War.
Can we please stop talking about VR?
Do that. No, listen, because that's central to their movement going forward. That VR,
they're not going to prioritize the VR announcement over their actual console.
This is a new Sony. Who are you? They want a butt plug first.
Oh my God! Come on,
my bad. The pacifier guy. They put a pacifier
the Sony
as the
back panel attachment to the DualShock.
Yes, I think put the pacifier first.
And the pacifier first.
Maybe they go in depth about the pacifier here.
Hold on, Brap, dropping knowledge. OG Xbox was announced at CES. It's not. It's been done before.
It's a different time and place. It's a different time and place.
I don't think it's going to get. I think that they're going to show the specs. They might show a game running on it. Obviously, it's going to be called the PS5, so there's no reason to hold that. But I still think they're going to have their own event to break it more down.
Shout out to Lord Jez, you know what I'm saying? He said, yo, Lord's Happy New Year. I could see Sony using CES just to say PS5 is coming this year as part of their tech reveal. Maybe a controller and the type of the date of the PS5 reveal event. Yeah, they could set it up. You know what I'm saying? We know AMD's going to be there. Right? Yeah. So AMD's made both chips on both. Why is King laughing?
Again, you're bringing weak tech. Do you know what these geek nerds are gonna do to your weak tech that you throwing up there? Your little
are you implying, King? Are you implying that they are not going to be impressed with 9.2 teraflops?
No, they're like, why are you bringing this 9 teraflop machine here? Isn't the Xbox doing 12?
Oh my God!
What a little 9 teraflop machine out of here.
So the tech snobs are going to be very dismissive.
Their nose is in the air when they released it.
This is the PS5. It's got 9 teraflops. So what am I supposed to play though?
Oh y'all savage.
Teraflops.
Continue,
I can't get jiggy with this.
I can't get jiggy. Yo, you stupid.
I can't get jiggy with 9.
Yo, you can't be doing
in order for me to get jiggy, I must have 12.
Yo, shout out. Oh, we have a Sony executive in the chat. Shout out to Mark Cerny in the chat. Sony will never show new hardware through a cheap trailer. They treat hardware as great technology. Shout out to Mark Cerny, Sony's executive in IOP chat today.
Yeah, Mark Cerny, I think you're on to something. So don't show your cheap tech there. Take your cheap tech and show it in the corner, in the bushes. Like, listen, just put a little sign that we over here because nobody care. Yo, those dudes over there looking at the new 8K joint and they say, well, can my PlayStation... No,
they can do performance of 8K like the Series X. Come on, King. We all know both of them fraud a little bit with the 8K stuff.
Nah, Microsoft ain't talk about that.
They said up to 8K.
They said no. When they do, they're gonna do this 8K still pictures. Stop. Listen, I'm not gonna show you that.
Is it 8K UI? Is
you know how it is? Listen, that 8K, Microsoft can't do it. All right. Okay. So maybe you might get a still picture in 8K that you can put up and you can see. Like, but I'm not gonna fraud for those dudes too. Those dudes ain't gonna be at the CES show either. You know, so they're gonna keep their 12 teraflops where they gonna keep it at.
Right.
Don't bring your little 9 teraflops there thinking.
Oh my God.
You gotta stop. Why are we acting? Why are we shaming 9 teraflops?
That's a disgusting number. That's not even. You can't even do 10. You can't even do 10. You can't even just round up.
What have we got to, man? We're teraflop shaming now.
Oh my God, we are
what?
teraflop shaming.
You know
This
what?
is bad.
You know why? Because it's not like you're not even trying. 9. Like, who gets 9? Like, do 10. Like, why are you doing
Oh my God. Anyway, I'll let you finish and I'll jump in.
I'll be disappointed if the PS5 is not the center of attention.
Okay.
If that's not the main crux of their whole press conference.
I want to jump in real quick because obviously we do a lot of teraflop shaming and RDNA 2.0 versus 1.0 shaming on the internet. But I want to shout out to Marcus Sellers, man. He disagreed.
But you know what? We will let you jump in because you're not playing on a 9 teraflop system.
the nerve. I know how I can do it. But yeah, he shout out to Marcus Sellers. He said that he thinks the PS5 reveal will be in February, which will showcase the specifications of the console as well as upcoming games to be released on the platform. Look, I don't know what to believe just yet. You know, Balrog being there though, that is the only thing where I'm like, because normally I agree with King. Like, I think CES has lost that flavor where it used to be for gaming, as far as for gaming is concerned.
But to be fair, before you keep going, Microsoft just announced their stuff at the Video Game Awards, so maybe Sony trying to do something different too.
Right, and I get that, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we have to admit, the Video Game Awards is on the upward trend. Like, video games as a medium has now like almost surpassed movies, or at least on the same level, close to it. Right?
No, it
surpassed it, right? So that we gotta say, you know, that was a Phil Dominus move. We all respect it. You know, we all sit to ourselves, what is Sony gonna do? They gotta do something. That they've really been. This is the first time Microsoft's been aggressive, right? So far to set off the generation, like, boom, this is what we doing. What's good?
Bullies.
Yeah, they out here. I mean,
but
it was
you know what
we all agreed.
You know what the biggest thing we need to take into this though?
What's up?
The 12 is bigger than 9. Put some into the bushes in that chat right now. I want some into the bushes for that 9 teraflop failure in that chat right now.
9 teraflops is not a failure. It's still about
into the bushes in the chat.
It's still about the game, sir. But anyway, y'all out here, you really out here pom-pomming. I see what it is. But anyway, oh boy, here come Face. Here comes Face, BK, the $9, $10 super chat. The funny thing is people running around with this 12 teraflop Series X, but AMD doesn't have a 12 teraflop RDNA, 12 teraflop graphics card on the market, or at least one yet. SMH, everything is speculation.
Not till this event.
Actually, Face, the rumors that have come out. Again, we have to admit it is speculation, but from the sources that have leaked. Shout out to Digital Foundry. Shout out to Dealer Gaming. Let's give it up to Dealer Gaming.
Let's give it up to Dealer.
Dealer has been on it. You know what I'm saying? And he's been getting attacked, and everything that he's been putting out in reference to the specs, in reference to RDNA 2.0 being on the Xbox Series X, and Sony specs coming out being 9 teraflops and not RDNA 2.0. Also, the variable rate shading. Shout out to mods on that. There's a lot of, I want to say proprietary tech, but specific tech in the Series X that is being validated by a lot of insiders that really are close to the scene. So again, we will wait until final confirmation, but these insiders are to be trusted. So I see where you're going for Face, but right now I do tend to believe these guys that are putting this stuff out.
Hey, Face, I'm in full troll mode. 12. 12.
But look, 12. At the end of the day, we'll wait until this. But here's the thing. It's like, okay, I feel what y'all saying. I do think it was the upward trend for Video Game Awards as opposed to the downward trend of CES for showing video game stuff. So I agree with y'all on that. The thing though, Corey Barlog thing definitely makes me a little like, okay, what are you doing there? Why are you at CES? Is it going to be something that's to show there?
Jonathan B.
I got man, get him.
There it is. Jonathan B. $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Sony Crown Jewel is getting revealed at a refrigerator conference. PlayStation 5 is going to come with a smart toaster. 9 teraflops at CES is nasty.
Let's all come together and have a moment of silence for King's first super chat run of the year.
Yeah, shout out to Brady with shades.
My eyes work even with the shades in the afternoon. Shout out to afternoon.
Listen, I see the chat throwing slander on my boy. Hold on, King. Shout out to Dizzy. King needs 12 teraflops to play kart races and grounded.
Yo, you know what? You might be on to something, Dizzy. You might be on.
Listen, I know y'all.
King, you know the biggest thing that we got to take into this is how PlayStation people are going to be playing on some N64s next year.
Listen, I see the chat talking some slang. Look, y'all don't gotta believe Dealer.
We got Brap there.
All I gotta say is PC Master Race. How you put it? I'm better, NVIDIA.
I'm Pierre.
And Pierre, NVIDIA. Okay, whatever. They're talking Spanish. I got confused.
Yeah, well, NVIDIA did come out and it was whistling past the grave, talking about we not afraid of those consoles. Actually, AMD stock went up from penny stocks up to $48 sharing. And I'm so upset that I didn't get in on their stocks when it was low. I am so pissed off right now.
Now, look, all I was going to say, look, I see the chat, they're saying some slanderous things. People, look, you guys don't have to believe Dealer. You guys don't have to believe all the people we're talking about. At the end of the day, if it comes out, though, that it is 12 teraflops, as these people are reporting, I want to see knees. I want to see knees. We want to see knees.
Man, you know, none of these people going to show anything.
But I'm documenting who's saying no. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. You know what I'm saying? But again, we will see. But at the end of the day, here's the deal. Real talk. We got to watch. If anything y'all want to pay attention to this week, pay attention to the AMD press conference. Pay attention to the Sony press conference this week at CES. One of those two, we're going to see something in reference to that. So, you know, at the end of the day, I would say that Sony has been unconventional so far in reference to the PS5. I mean, they debuted the sort of the specs, some of the specs at that, was it that Wired article they did? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's it. I guess my question to y'all, I'm going to throw it back, and this is going to be interesting, kind of like the poll, but, you know, what do you think is the best venue? I'm going to get to King. What do you think is the best venue for them to do their own kind of event and then rock it that way as opposed to CES?
What's the Sony we know? The Sony we know controls the narrative. Sony we know is cocky. Sony we know holds their own. They move to the beat of their own drum. They don't get dictated pace, right? This. Remember, it was a takeover. Then it was Ether. Then it was super ugly. Don't make Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer drop super ugly on your neck, because right now, if you put out, let's say you do this in a situation where it backfires, it's going to backfire. They're showing PCs, they're showing tech that is greater than your tech there. Don't get lost in the sauce. Control the narrative. Have the views on. I think more people will tune into a Sony live event that they're staging, that they're showing you the reveal of the 5, opposed to CES and somebody looking at their timeline. It was like, what? The PlayStation 5 got revealed? They showed it? You know, so I think they should control the narrative going forward, because right now, you're on your heels.
Addict, read the super chat.
So we got a $5 super chat from Brat. Series X on par with the 2070 Super NVIDIA. Ain't worried. Fawns with the scoop 2020 gonna be great for gaming, and Carl won't finish Gears 5 until 2030. You know what, Brap? You might be on to something.
Nah, don't be co-signing that. Don't be co-signing that. Listen, man. So let me ask you, man. What you think? What do you think is going to happen?
I agree with King. I agree with King. I think they would have been better suited to their own event. You know, if Sony had come out and be like, stay tuned for a Sony event, the future is coming. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows that it's going to be a big blowout. You're going to have Mark Cerny up there talking all these numbers, whatever the case may be. They're going to show games. They could do that within the press conference of CES. They could. But at that point, it wouldn't make as much sense as just to do that.
All right, so we got two super chat. I gotta ask Solve a question to rebut. So get Stitch.
But King, Sony lost their knees at the Game Awards. You know, I can't say that they lost their knees at the Game Awards. They got smacked. You know how when somebody take that white glove off and smack you in your face with the white glove?
I challenge you to a duel?
Yeah, they got mushed. They got mushed. Yeah, exactly.
You know, they face is stung right now. Like, how dare you? You know, how dare you?
The only time I've ever seen Sony that quiet is when backwards compatibility was announced.
Exactly.
All right.
Now they're in the bushes. So we all know there's a situation, but I really believe that you're onto something, Stitch.
No doubt. Let me get FaZe. Shout out to FaZe, man. And you know it's all fun and games, FaZe. To be honest, Microsoft needs the power advantage more than Sony until Microsoft can get their first party situation in order, guys. Better hope PS5 and close in power to the Xbox Series X. I hear what you're saying. Listen, Microsoft does need the power. They have to take away that narrative. But again, all we're saying, we're not talking about every rumor that's coming out. All we're talking about is the 12 teraflops and the RDNA 2.0, along with the variable rate shading. Those are things from multiple sources. Like I said, you ain't gotta believe Dealer,
but to be honest, to be honest, FaZe, the only thing you need to know is 12 is bigger than 9.
Stop being petty.
I don't even care about power, man. But it's just so funny to say that 12 is bigger than 9.
So, you know the reason why Microsoft should care about power is because throughout the whole this generation, they were underpowered in the beginning. They had the games, right? Did that matter to anybody? No. What mattered was when Digital Foundry put your games up and they was running at 720 and PlayStation was running at 1080p, nice and good. Let's not forget what happened. And you know, the person that's in charge right now, Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, is not going to concede power because he understands that is a driving point. If you could take a bullet point off the board, remove the bullet point off the board.
Because we even heard about power since the X came out.
Right. So they can't talk about that, and that's nice. Listen. I'm gonna buy both. Enough of the troll because I control the joke.
No rushing on your neck. No rushing on your neck. He said 6 is bigger than 4. Teraflop. And look what happened. Remember that?
Yeah, I saw what happened.
People are going out and buying Xbox One X's just to play Red Dead 2. What are you talking about? Like, we ain't gonna talk like that didn't happen. Like big figures of IGN were going out just to play it on their X, starting an entire save files because it was that much better on the X.
No rushing. Let me ask you this question, right? Had no Kinect came in the box, had Microsoft put out the X Power against whatever the PlayStation, let's say both came out, PlayStation Pro and the X came out at the same time, and Microsoft didn't lose the narrative as far as resolution. There was no resolution gate, was none of that stuff happening. Does PlayStation get mind share? So we know that played a big part in it, you know, and you're right, no Russian, you had the games, they had the games, and that was at the end. But what was that drought that was going on with you in the beginning when you was, you know, licking your lips at the games that we was playing? We was playing Rise and stuff like that, and your lips was dry. Like,
I'm done. Shout out, hold on. Sony executive Mark Cerny has spoken.
Put chapstick on here.
Shout out to Mark Cerny. You know, it's always an honor to have a Sony executive in our chat. We have duct tape 2 5700s together. PlayStation 5 18 teraflops. Salute to this man for giving us the behind the scenes. Mark Cerny, you're always welcome. We want to get you back and I want to give you a proper introduction on ILP.
Yo, Mark, you ran for me last time. You ran.
Mark, I just got a question, man. What type of duct tape is it, man? Like, you got to give us the full 101, man. You can't just tell us duct tape.
I love that it's Mark Cerny, so salute him. But yo, so I want to bring it back to you, Ricardo, before we move on. All right, I hear what you're saying.
What if it's really Mark Cerny?
Yo, that'll be fun. We clowning. It'll be funny. But here's the thing, though, Sob. Like, what? So I get where you're going. My question is, what do you say about the Cory Barlow? What do you think he's doing there then?
Again, if you come in and you show it, what if it's since the end of God of War, he's just been working on a demo to show for PS5 for the next God of War. That's it. That if you drop that and it's in game, right? Whatever, it's like Hellblade was or whatever, and it looks fantastic, you're gonna take over the conversation. That's one. So he has no reason to be there other than to talk about something gaming related. Period. Right. Another thing Sony could do. We know
Corey wants a smart toaster.
He wants to play Doom.
Let's be real here. We're not going.
Oh, Addict, Mark Cerny answered you. He said the tape is Gorilla Tape. He said we didn't cheap out on performance and prices.
Good, because I need that Gorilla Tape because you know any other type of tape is unacceptable. But, you know, I like
Jonathan P's crown.
Yeah, Mark Cerny's coming for Mark. Yeah, he coming for Jonathan.
We got to be realistic here, all right? Corey might just be going just because he's a fan of tech. Like, I doubt it. But he might.
Why now? Why this is his first one? Because he's been a fan of tech forever. Like, you know.
And let's be real. A lot of people, a lot of the Sony fan base has not been happy with Corey lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been talking very.
What happens if Corey's going for another company and not Sony?
Imagine that. That's crazy.
Oh, don't say that. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
What if Corey King? What happens if Corey is going for another company and not Sony?
Yo. Remember, he put that out too, and I saw that tweet. Now, what happens if he's switching teams?
That's crazy. What are you talking about? Is he going to a Nintendo there, King?
Now, I will say this, King. I don't want to feed you too much. Don't feed you trolling too much.
Feed me, I'm hungry.
I will say, I mean, there is a chance. I mean, AMD's going to be there. That doesn't mean Phil can't be there again, right? So. You know, what if there is something cooking in it? Because he got I don't know if you saw, And Attic, I showed you this. He got a very nasty tweet from some Sony fans about his behavior.
His kumbaya.
Yeah, he's like he's too kumbaya. He's too buddy with Xbox, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing something with them. It was really nasty. He actually screen capped it and was like,
So just out of curiosity, I doubt this will happen, obviously, but what happens if Corey comes out there and
shout out to Clutch Viz. He said, if power doesn't matter, don't brag about your PC.
So I do have a question for the panel, for the realm. What happens if it turns out that Corey has been employed in a high position of initiative? Do you think the internet will explode?
Of course, what explode?
I doubt it. Obviously, I would say the percentage of that happen is like 5%. But if that 5% happens,
Sony's petty, man. We know Sony can be petty about how they respond, right? What if they just come out and say PS5 $399? Buy.
They would never do that.
And do it now.
That's yo. You not the king, you. Put that soul on your ether.
Woo! And Cog, stop.
Woo!
Why wouldn't they?
You know why they wouldn't do that? Because you allow Microsoft enough time to match price. Like, I think price is going to be the last word drop, because that's when you're definitive. When once you locked in type of thing. After they made their trip, I
don't know if Phil's willing to do that though, man.
$399 right now. You just gave the ball game to Phil. Like, what are you, crazy? You gave Tom Brady the ball back with a minute.
I feel what kid going though.
I think that's where Lockhart comes in. I don't think that touches whatever the X is going to be. Series X is going to be.
And I'm gonna ask you a question, right? I'm you in the boardroom. They do this bonehead move. Because they're gonna
bonehead move. So we're giving it a name. We're giving it a name. Okay, got you. Keep going.
Jonathan B said, "Yo, if they put $399 on that Summer Jam stage,
what?
You was a ballerina. I got the picture. I seen you
in that hole. You switch it up. That's not. Let them be nice.
Let's theoretically say that it is $39.99. What do you think Microsoft's response is, King? What's Phil's response?
I think Phil's runs straight upstairs and say, "This is the time we can bury him." This is the time we can bury them. We can bury them right now by locking them into position and putting a Lockhart right under them with the $299, and we can come right above them. Well, if the Lockhart is severely underpowered with the 4 teraflops that these dudes is talking about, you can come in at $199, bust their face wide open.
That's crazy.
$199. Come on, not enough for that tech in there.
Listen.
Sometimes I feel like King is in the real world, and this is one of those times.
Yes.
You don't think that this man won't go in there for the juggler? You come in there, you yell out your number?
Shout out to Undead. Yeah, I'm with Undead. 349S.
I with the Lockhart, I say, yeah, he's willing to play around with that price. The X is what it's going to be.
Right.
And that, that could.
So we got a $5 super chat from Gaming Forte.
Stuff. Let's go.
I think they're going to show off a tech demo of God of War on the PS5. Last year they had a tech demo for GT Sports running at 8K. Just another Forte theory. Got a $5 super chat from Victor. Sony announcing Bethesda Cinemax buyout would be huge and worth it. Happy New Year's to the best podcast.
Awesome,
you know what? Bro. Both of you might be on to something, except for Victor. I don't believe you, but I'm joking. That was not one of the topics, but I do think we need to talk about sometime point of the show the possibility of Sony buying Bethesda.
No, we're not talking about that. Continue.
So listen, Forte, do you honestly believe, and I want you to rationally think about this, that they were doing anything with that 9 teraflops and 8K? I want you to rationally think about that. Now, they probably had some super high powered PCs in the back doing some 8K stuff.
Oh no, but that was a PC. That was a multiple PCs.
Exactly.
They admitted that.
Yeah, that please. They were just showing you tech that they was using for ray tracing that they was trying to squeeze down into this little 9 teraflop box, and they have not shown. No tech has been shown that they have any silicon with that because they said it's supposed to be
Here we
jumping
go.
around.
Here we go. Let's get LogNet's finest in here, baby.
Oh, my
LordSovILP.
man,
Is that
man.
Undead? Is that the
Hey,
game?
Ned, I heard you're gonna have a great summer too.
Undead, what's up, baby? Mic check, mic check. What's going on?
Oh, that's Undead.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Undead, you're gonna have a great summer too.
Turn up, baby.
Usually,
You know what, man? You know what, King sounded like Oprah over here. You're gonna have a good summer. You're gonna have a good summer. We're all gonna have a good summer.
You know what it is.
Let Undead get his bars off. What's up, baby? What you hearing out here, man?
Okay, well, let's back this up first. First of all, anyone who is buying into the Bethesda buyout rumor, give me what you are smoking. I want that.
Look, man, ain't nobody say that's factual, but it's still worthy of
I see
talking
dudes
about.
running with it, and all of a sudden, hold on, I've been a Bethesda fan.
And what's
God
funny
knows
is
a
all the
decade.
rumors I've seen is literally just been talking about the studio that makes the Elder Scrolls Online. None of them have been Bethesda, but for some reason we are going with Bethesda. I have no clue how that's started.
Well, because if you buy ZeniMax, you buy it all. ZeniMax is the profit holder for everything. So if you want to buy ZeniMax, you got to buy Arcane, you got to buy ID,
Yes.
You know
got to
what?
buy Tango Gameworks.
Yes.
You got to read that super chat because he's definitely that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You got
all right,
Get the super
so
chat.
how you gonna tell us to read the super chat? Anyway, we got the $5 super chat by Gamer by Choice. Let's let Undead read that.
Hold on, let me pull up the chat back here, and we'll. Okay, hold on. Loading up here.
Guy, we already overworked this man. Let's overwork him some more.
He pushing them articles out. You making my man work too hard right now.
If PS5 is $399 at 9.2 teraflops, what should Lockhart be at 4 teraflops? I'm thinking it needs to be $200 cheaper than PS5 if half the power. Okay, teraflops is not a processing power, people.
Yes.
Teraflops is not the end all and be all of a console here. Just because you're talking raw processing power, we're not talking about what this console is capable of. Lockhart is going to be, at best, is going to be a 1440p 60 plus FPS console.
Correct.
That's what they're going for here. They are going
and
for.
isn't that worth $200 cheaper than the PlayStation 5? I think so.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Even if, because I feel Xbox Series S will come in at $349. That's where I've got this coming.
You said $349.
But
Series S. He said
S.
Oh, you said S. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I was going to say, boot him off the show.
You can't do that to the Lords of Gaming.net.
Listen, he's cold up there. He he need to get the frostbite out
no,
of his head.
see, I could get the Series X because I don't need cooling on my console because it's cold as hell.
All the Canadian units don't come with
He said
cooling.
he just put it next to the window. Go, baby. Go.
Yeah.
Continue on that.
Series S is going to come in at $349, and it's going to be 1440p with 60 FPS plus upwards of that frame rate, I believe. And the reason I say that is because that's a really good deal. And look, people are discounting with these consoles across the board. PS5, Xbox Series S, everything, is we are getting mid-range PC power finally in the console space for affordability. You get Xbox Series S for $349 that's doing 1440p and 60 FPS. Good luck finding a PC that can do that for that price. That's the big deal here. And I think the biggest struggle they're going to have with this is differentiating. This is our budget set. This is our high-end set.
Right.
That's going to be the problem because mom and pa are going to be like, oh, well, we want this one. And the guy at GameStop's going to be like, this one or this one. That's going to be their problem. I don't think the power.
Forte already explained, and I'm going to refer to the expert. They have no problem with telling them what is what at the store because they're well.
I think my personal opinion.
Shout out
As
to
I think
200 live in the chat right now. 200 live in the chat. Salute.
It just depends.
Yeah,
If they announce
Cool,
the Xbox Series S between now and launch, I think that they'll be really promoting the Series S more, but they'll still be promoting the X, but they'll want people to see the cheaper price over the most powerful system.
Oh,
but
shout out to the two,
they'll expect the hardcore to already know that, so they'll still promote it, just not as much as the S.
I know who you are who put those 2 dislikes. I know you.
Oh my God.
It was me. I'm one of them. It was me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I could barely see it, King. So I accidentally hit the thumbs down, but I'll correct it right now.
Good, good. But listen, it's gonna be a lot. I just want to ask Undead before we move on. Your prediction on CES as a PlayStation 5 reveal point or dedicated on Sony event? What do you think?
Okay, so CES is an industry event. It's not a... People are getting this confused because they're like, well, Xbox Series X was revealed at the Game Awards, so maybe PS5 could be revealed at CES. Game Awards is still a public event where people got eyes on it, right? That thing got more views than the Oscars this year. Public was watching Game Awards. CES is for industry types and technology nerds, for lack of a better word.
It's pretty much what E3 used to be, just for the gaming industry.
Yeah. So basically what I think they're going to do, I think they will talk a little bit about PS5, but they're not going to talk about the box itself. They're going to talk about the technology that is entailed with the PS5. I think they're going to talk about their SSD technology they're using, and they might talk a little bit more outside that. I think a lot of the stuff that's going to be relevant to us as console players is going to be at the AMD presentation, because both these consoles are running AMD hardware. So if people want to have a better understanding of what it's going to be like going forward for both these consoles, they should pay attention to the AMD presentation if you're interested in that side.
So you agree with me that Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer might be on hand to give a double back smack to somebody just in case they want to get ethered out there, and he can just do super ugly.
Like, people can correct me if I'm wrong, and I know they will because it's the internet, but I'm almost positive either Phil or someone from Sony has been on stage during CES events in regards to AMD technology before. I cannot remember.
I think Phil was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think it was Phil. I couldn't remember right off the top of my head. So it wouldn't be outlandish to see someone from PlayStation or PhilSpencer or anything like that show up on the AMD stage to be like, hey, this is what this means in terms of console gaming. Because you got to remember, CES for AMD is also going to be them showing off their new lines of GPUs and everything else. Yeah. So
let me get that super chat. Smooth at a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. The funniest man on the internet, no doubt. Yeah, but Sony is inviting the public to watch Viva stream. And I know that they're asking people to watch, Viva stream, but I honestly believe it's for their VR. I think they want more eyes on the VR. Do something that Microsoft is not doing. Okay, because if you highlight your power and you take away, you show them that Microsoft has a weakness. If they do have a weakness going forward, it's definitely they have no VR presence at all. And Sony does have a VR presence. So if you want that tech to be sold, and you have to show it off in a great light, because how many tech heads is going to get a hold of the new Sony VR?
I hope all 4% of the people who bought that love it.
Listen, it's selling in the millions. And last time I told you something sold in the millions, I was facts on. Put the millions in the chat, y'all.
Put the millions in the chat, y'all. Shout out to Slim73. Hit that like button. You already know. Listen, we got to move on. This is a good topic. We shall see this week. But like Undead said, pay attention, y'all. Like I said, Monday, CES. Pay attention to AMD section. Pay attention to the Sony section. Let's see what happens. But we're going to move on. Lord Sovereign. I heard Vince is moving in these EA streets.
Moving on up.
What's going on?
I low-key think that Lord Cognito was a little hurt he couldn't grab this topic before.
Yeah,
I think he was sleeping when it came
I was like, what? When you put it in the chat, our group chat, I was like, I was mad I didn't know this.
Yep.
Continue.
Yeah, so VinceZampella star continues to rise at EA as the CEO and founder of Respawn Entertainment, is now the head of EA of DICE LA. DICE LA previously was just a support studio, and now obviously with the success of Apex, with the success of Titanfall actually, and with the success of Jedi Fallen Order, thank goodness EA is realizing that the sort of design ethos that Respawn Entertainment utilizes in their studio would work across the board for my thinking beyond EA, DICE LA, honestly, all of their studios. So my thinking is that they're giving Vince this expanded role of power to sort of oversee more studios and sort of get the culture of Respawn to sort of permeate the rest of EA studios. And I think it's a fantastic move. I think Respawn doesn't make bad games. They have not made a bad game.
Undefeated, baby.
undefeated, batting 1,000. So I think this is a fantastic move by them. I think the fact that now, Dice LA is probably gonna be rebranded to another. I think Vince said it. They're gonna rebrand it. It's not gonna be Dice LA. It'll be something else. And now that studio is gonna be manned up in a way to be able to make its own game rather than just support other studios. I think it's fantastic. And another thing they talked about is something that that Respawn does in terms of how they sort of work, like try to demo games and something that
rapid prototyping.
Prototyping,
Took all my points today.
Sorry. So I'll let you expound on
get
it.
your bars off. You spitting. Get your bars.
The rapid prototyping basically is a way that they figured out to sort of get working prototypes of gameplay of the way a game is going to feel, not necessarily look, but get that up and running in a way early on that you can tell if the game is going to be something good. Because one of the big problems we've seen in with studios in general, but EA in particular, is that they'll get a year into developing a game and then realize it's not working.
Right.
It's not what they want it to be.
They got more tools to lie to us with.
But again, it's worked with Respawn, so you have to. That's the thing. Like Respawn, if something ain't working, they'll know 2 months in, 3 months in, rather than 6 months in. It matters. It matters to resources. It matters to
that's right,
to redirecting things. So if they use this sort of design ethos across all of EA, gamers have a very short memory span, right? We forgive pretty quickly, and I think we like a redemption story. And I think one of the big stories for next gen, I think, is the overall EA redemption story. Hopefully, this permeates to BioWare and things like that. But we'll see. But I think all around, it's a fantastic move.
Yeah, let me get Undead real quick. I know he's muted. I hope he's unmuted if he's back.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Undead. Now, you have a fantastic article on this on what website, sir? One of the best months of December website. What website is this that we?
The Lords of Gaming.
Yes.
For people that don't really, they're new viewers to this, they're gonna assume that you have like really bad memory, Cognito, because you're always like, what podcast is this? What website's this?
Sometimes the name of the website eludes me. I just need to be reminded, when we have, But continue. A fantastic article on Undead, and you were one of the first to break it. As far as the whole VinceZampella thing, EA Dice. Like, what's your whole take on this whole situation?
Look, people need to put some respect on VinceZampella. This man has producing credits for, first of all, one of his first games he ever produced was NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Wow.
So put some respect on that man for that. But he literally worked on the Medal of Honor front. He's got producer credits for Medal of Honor, Medal of Honor Allied Assault, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Titanfall, Star Wars,
5 mics to the source.
Order, Titanfall 2, Apex Legends. This man has not made a bad
man.
game.
You okay, Cognito?
Bars. No, I'm spitting bars. I'm just hearing them. Get them bars.
This man has been producing and directing games since 1998.
So then how come they escorted him out of the building?
King, how you go? Come on, King.
Because Bobby Kotick can't have that.
Listen, my man was the nicest in the room. You know how you got one MC that's the nicest in the room. You know what I'm saying? The dude who's supposed to be the boss feel away. That's all it was.
But I'm just trying to say he was unceremoniously lifted from his position and taken out of the door. And I know, and I understand why, right? I felt that this is his redemption song. Opposed to EA. EA just happens to be in a position where Dice and that Frostbite engine is in the bushes. All right.
Well, they're putting him in a position for it to be an EA redemption. That's what it is. Because they finally stand. Because because the thing is, even when he came in with that pedigree, right? And what did they do? They released Battlefield 1 the same day, or Battlefield 4, whichever one, the same day as Titanfall. Like within a week.
Man
of each
is
other,
in position now. They had to be. I can't wait to let
They're
Undead finish. Let Undead
finally
finish. I got bars.
Yeah,
Let
Zampella is literally one of the first people that I can remember in recent memory who is currently head of 2 studios, because he is still technically the head of Respawn Entertainment, and he is now the head of Dice LA.
Yes.
And they're going to be working on a new project. They don't know what it is. I'm putting my money down. It's a Medal of Honor game again, because I feel like
or Bad Company.
Like, let's face it, Battlefield has become a bit of a meme with how DICE has handled it over the past few games. It's kind of become a bit of a joke. They need someone to take it over and make it competitive again, because Call of Duty came out and just absolutely mopped the floor with Modern Warfare. So they need to get back on their ball. And what people don't remember with Zampella is that man has a grudge with Infinity Ward. There was bad blood when Respawn split from Infinity Ward. There was a lot of really nasty mud throwing back in the day over that. And like that was what Titanfall was all about. It was all about, I want to make a Call of Duty killer. That was what Zampella's mindset's has always been. Like you see Call of Duty goes into Battle Royale. Oh, we got Apex Legends. This man is determined to be at the top of the tier of what he is doing. And I think he will elevate DICE and EA to a new level. And it's great to see EA finally understanding that when you have good talent, you let them do what they need to do instead of telling them
I'm gonna have to tell you, I don't think that they realized anything. I think Apex Legends made them look his way.
Forced to bend the knee.
And even more than Jedi. I think we appreciate Jedi because we wanted that single player Star Wars experience. But it definitely is Apex what said, okay, we need to pay attention to this guy because he gave
free to play game.
He gave us the game we wanted.
Yo, let me jump in.
What's funny is I don't know if you guys remember, but when Titanfall 2 came out, he was low-key disgusted with EA at that time.
They dropped on his release date. They put their album on his release date.
I think when they went to purchase that company, like they knew they were going to have to give him a little bit more keys to the kingdom than they would normally do.
Let's call it like the music business, man. The last super chat. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Victor Alistine. Follow super chat. With gaming become the juggernaut and Amazon set to come next year, do you think EA and Activision could be acquired? Respawn would be right for Halo. Oh, damn, he disrespecting 343. He out here.
Let's see what 343 does.
Let's see what 343 do with their last joint, Victor. As far as Amazon is coming. I don't know if they're going to acquire those two guys, but they're definitely going to be aggressive in the market. We'll see. But what I want to get to is these bars. Listen, man, let's keep it real. EA's last two albums, for the most part, what I'm saying, on their own, that was not Vince related. Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem was straight. They went double wood. Well, Anthem did well financially.
Anthem financially did well, right?
But
what?
It did. No, it did. Yeah, it did financially well.
I think it finished as one of the top selling games of the year. I think.
It's in top 10 best selling games of 2019.
Okay, but do they count in returns?
Oh my
God! I want to know, is it a top return game to get my money back game? Because if you just counting the money coming in, are you counting the money going out? I just need to know who's doing
Listen,
because
man.
At no point in time is that game supposed to be on anybody's list of highly financially successful games.
Listen,
I'm sorry. I want to know how much money got back.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a beautiful thing because two reasons. One thing about Vince is no one is going to strong arm him. That's what I love about him. Like just his history in the game, he has been a maverick in that sense.
Apparently, that's not true because when they got him out the door, they strong.
No, they take a strong arm, but that's
no. They didn't strong arm him. He took them to court and he won.
Took them to court and they won, and it became Respawn. Because
he said, I'm gonna go outside, but I'm calling my lawyer right now. Put your hands on my wrist. Don't put your hands on my wrist.
Yeah, sus, you ain't gonna do me like that. So I respect that. And Modern Warfare is one of the best Call of Duties ever. That's when we started paying.
Apparently, King one of those people where you have to call security to get him out that building.
Come on. You think somebody gonna come to me and be like, yo, yeah, you gotta go right now. No, get security. They whisper and
and then when you in the courtroom, they show that videotape.
Listen, man, Respawn is the wave. And at the end of the day, what I love about this Sov is that he has such cachet now because they've been dropping flops at EA. Because they've been going against single player. Everything's been loot boxes, microtransactions, right? If you look at his games, they're not that, for the most part. And like I said, Jedi proved the single player. And Apex, I'm not a Battle Royale guy, but I cannot front on that game changing fundamentally a lot of concepts in the Battle Royale genre that people like, yo, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? So those two games showed his cachet over there. And then what I love about him is he's like, yo, we not using your beats. No Frostbite beats. Unreal. We're doing this. Because remember, that's the problem with Anthem. Anthem had to fall in line, and Frostbite was extremely difficult.
And it wasn't Frostbite wasn't even designed to be a flight or like that.
So
flight.
the fact that he can beat to his own drum, they then get to success. It forces EA to say, "Yo, we got to bend the knee. This dude is on an upward trend. This dude knows what's going on out here." And to give him that position, you know what I'm saying? Why are you laughing, kid?
Yeah, I'm just listening to the boardroom. The boardroom like, yo, you know that dude, he knows what's going on. He got the pulse of the streets.
He got the streets right now, right?
I feel like right now,
boss is fire.
I feel like right now, if they straighten up, if EA straightens up next gen, it's all because of Vince.
Yeah,
it kind of is. Yeah.
What if they flop?
Stop it. It's great.
What if he put together a series of unfortunate?
Man, what podcast did you listen to where he was talking ill about Phil? That's all.
Exactly. At the end of the day, Vince is on. Who did that for you, EA? Vince did that for you.
I cannot wait for his joint. His joint better be straight hot fire. It better be Dylan.
And remember, he's still sitting on Titanfall 3 whenever that comes. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. Because of this, Titanfall 3 is happening. That's happening for sure. Because before it was iffy.
Oh yeah. Before it was iffy, but now it's happening. Shout out to Jonathan B. # Frostbite beats. Yeah, those beats are trash. Nobody was liking those. But now at the end of the day, Rick, 5292, my brother, we getting you in around with 2020, man. What's going on? Fex Life in the building. That's my dude. Rick Lagneezy. What's going on?
I think he's gonna be in Boston.
Oh yeah, Rick, let us know, man. That's in the chat. You're gonna be at in Boston, man. PAX, brother. It'll be great to see you, man. Definitely one of our friends in the realm. But yeah, man, that's all I got. At the end of the day, he moving out here. Vince got the sauce, man. Vince got the sauce. So it's good. He's going. So we're gonna see him in it's lit.
Listen, so this time we ain't gonna fraud you with the BS.
Yeah, no,
that's going to eat. We gotta go eat.
We gotta sit down, drink, whatever.
Yes,
that's all I got on it. But addicts off, I'll let y'all finish up with the Vince joint and we move on.
There ain't really much to finish up. EA been screwing up left and right, and Vince is like, I'm taking control of the wheel.
No doubt. That's a salute to Vince, man, moving out here in these streets like
No, I'm happy that he's in a position to control his narrative, and I'm so happy that he threw that Frostbite in the engine in the bushes because I thought that they made a multi-tool with the Frostbite engine that I don't know. It was something.
Rick said he taking over EA.
I think I will pass out if that is true. If you got that knowledge, sir, you better be on the show.
Nah, Jonathan B, we not doing that. $5 super chat. Vince might be Memphis Bleak. All this hype now because of a couple hits. Yo, we not doing that, Jonathan B. Listen, this boy ain't drop a whack verse.
And what's funny is a lot of these people are going crazy over one game with CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, Jonathan B, you my man, but you not on to something with that.
Jonathan B, yo.
You know what, Jonathan B? I'll be in your corner. You're on to something.
Yo, Jonathan B, you might be on to something. I don't think he hope.
Yeah, that boy got the sauce, man. Don't front on my man. Respawn Entertainment. Salute. Anyway,
he might be bleak.
Nah, ain't no bleak. He coming of age then.
Oh, so he the Broad Street Bully?
Yeah. Kick your ball over the fence and know whose yard is this. That's what he did to EA Dice.
I think he won that battle. I don't care. I think the Broad Street Bully won that battle. Even though
I agree. I always say Seagull B Kiss on that one. Anyway, shout out to Slow Mo, my man. Vince has way more than a cover. My man Slow, dropping the knowledge. Let's move on. Lord Addict, man. A lot of people, you put a tweet out about Game Pass acquisition.
Yeah, I got a lot of hate over that. So you know, Phil PhilSpencer. He worked. You know, him and the Game Pass team. You know, they worked a deal with Rockstar, and it looks like GTA 5 is now on Game Pass. So if you got Game Pass, you know, for the three of you in the world that haven't played that game, you know, definitely go over there and download that.
Yes.
But I don't really want to talk so much about GTA 5. What I want to talk about is, do you guys think that this kind of trend will continue? Because I feel like regardless if this game is old, and it's really old. I mean, it came out in the 360 era and was ported over to the Xbox One. Do you think that we'll get games like this caliber going forward? So I want to start with King. And you know, I need Game Pass emotes in that chat too.
Shout out to Rick. He says the best service in the business. My man. Continue.
That's right. That's a hell of a good game to put inside Game Pass. I saw when you and Dealer was going back and forth, and
You mean back and forth as 2 tweets?
Yeah, it's back and forth. You said something, he said something, you said something back, he said something back.
It was more like I said something, he something, then I said something, and it ended.
It was tennis. No, he said something last. You didn't say it. I saw it. I'll be on my late night tweet creep.
Continue.
It's just it's a great game to have in there. So let's say somebody didn't purchase it or they did. I see the financial thing of it. Maybe they started to take a dip and say, all right, let's put it in service now. Let's not front. It's on PlayStation Now too. Don't act up.
Yeah, I was just about to say
it just left the day after it left PS5. It went right to Game Pass.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought they went together. I thought they went
it had 12 weeks on PS Now.
Wait, they had a timed
that's what it was.
Wow.
It was about
these dudes at Sony is really messing up.
Watch Microsoft is like, look, we'll give you the money. But you gotta take it off PlayStation now.
Wow.
Rockstar's cashing in a really smart way because we all know Game Pass gives you a 10% discount on purchases.
On all those shark cards.
All those shark cards.
Yes.
All those people that already own GTA 5 now have a 10% discount on their crack money.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy. You can go to your dealer and be like, I got a 10% discount card.
Did you not see once you put the game? Because I downloaded it, right? Because I didn't.
Of course you did.
I never finished the game, so I'm like, ooh, thank you, Phil. If you think about it, when soon as I clicked on that game, it showed me all the bundles that you can get with this game that's not included for free.
Wow.
How is that hustle? That hustle is crazy. Like, do you want the expansion pack where you can steal from the stores? I'm like, yes, of course I would love that. That's $29.95, but you get the 10% discount. I'm like, boy, y'all out here really stealing the pockets. But like Addict said, a game of this caliber inside Game Pass only enhances the service. Now, let's say a new person comes in that didn't get a chance to play that, and they said, "What? That game's available in Game Pass along with The Witcher, along with you say what is that? Devil May Cry 5, along with all their first party stuff." The Game Pass has been enhancing its portfolio going forward with not just NIF-NOD games. They have the little in the corner indies, but then they also have those big bangers like these dudes be talking about inside there. And yeah, you can yell out it's old, but it's new to somebody else who's never touched it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say this in fairness though. Again, I gotta keep it true. We weren't popping bottles when Sony announced its first for GTA 5 and PS Now. You know what I'm saying?
For 12 days.
It was 12 days of Christmas, and then they had it out there.
It's like jingle bells, get off the server.
Ridiculous. All I'm saying is, in fairness, they had it first, whatever. But I mean, to what Undead is saying, I think that's a great point. That the real winner here is Rockstar, right? Yeah, they are getting to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like a double dip, and then you said, like you said, make a great point, King, with the 10% and all that. But I guess my question, I think someone, shout out to Iliad in the chat, he had made a good point. The question I want to know, though, is we all feel Game Pass is one of the best services. Like, we cannot deny the value, right? It's literally one of the best services in gaming. The question has always been day and date first party, but will there ever be a time when there's day and date third party? Right? So my question to y'all is, do you think, I know that's an older game, right? We get it. But do you think this sets the precedence? Because the rumors on the street is, and I know Undead, I know you've seen this rumor before, is Cyberpunk. I keep hearing that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
I said it was.
Now we know, there's a relationship, I guess, and, it's debuted on the stage. Undead, give me some Lords of Gaming knowledge here. Like, do you think it could possibly lead to something like that, or that's just way too far-fetched? And Undead, it's in the bushes, so we gonna wait till he comes back. There you go.
I got a lot of background noise, so I keep myself muted. So the thing is there's a lot of things that could play into this. CD Projekt Red is not going to be hurting at the launch of this game for money, because this game is going to fly off the shelves. Let's face it, this will probably be one of the top 5 best-selling games of 2020.
Facts.
Like, it's going to do numbers, especially with all the people that are now diving into The Witcher because of the Netflix series and everything else. CD Projekt Red is saying they're just throwing dollar bills around, so they're not hurting for money. The thing is, what you got to look at is if Cyberpunk was to come to Game Pass, if in a magical world Phil landed that deal, the way I would do it would be for Xbox Series X is going to come out holiday 2020. Cyberpunk's in the first quarter of 2020. So that gave CD Projekt Red 6 months of sales on its own.
Right.
And they have to wait. Do we take the bag from Microsoft to say on the launch of Xbox Series X, you'll have Halo Infinite and Cyberpunk 2077 day one on launch, enhanced on Xbox Series X. Do they do that? I don't know. To me, it makes sense, but I don't know how many bags of money you would have to throw at CD Projekt Red to have that.
That's a lot of money. Hold on, I gotta get Zane, and no difference. I don't like calling people out. Zane says CD Projekt Red deserves every penny. Don't get it on Game Pass. Zane, that is not true. That's a misconception, brother. The dev is getting a bag. We've already
wait. What makes you think you can't go and buy the game?
Yeah, but the
Like,
thing is,
just
there's this
'cause it's on
misconception. Shout out, we had 2 Ton Studios on. There's this misconception that if a game is on Game Pass, that you're not supporting the developer. We've already disproved this, Lord. They are getting a bag based on what their anticipated number, what they're gonna sell on that. So don't think that you are not supporting the dev because it's on Game Pass. That is not true. Continue on that.
Yeah. So I think Cyberpunk could happen in a crazy world where they're trying to push the quote unquote biggest console or most powerful console we have ever seen. I think an FPS game like Cyberpunk would be a good addition to that, and it would make a lot of sense. And I think we're going to see some third-party deals if they're smart. I think we're going to see, because everyone knows the biggest bum part about buying a new console was you got to drop the bag for the console, then you got to drop the bag for that launch lineup because you want to try as much as you can. But how much of that third-party launch lineup is Xbox going to be able to put in Game Pass? That becomes the question.
But think about
this is the first time.
Go ahead, Saul.
I said it the last show before the break. This is the first time we're going into a console generation where I know I'm not coming home with any discs, right, with any game. It's just Game Pass. And Phil, I mean, we'll talk about this in the next segment. In Phil's interview, he said it's like, this is the first time you're just gonna have Game Pass and that's it. So we have to make sure that transition is smooth. But that's what it is. Like, that is your launch lineup. Is this service?
Think about that. Think about this though. Think about how people are underestimating how attractive it is to get a brand new console with a service that has over 100 semi games and all first party.
Keep in mind that I'm confident that they're going to put a lot of newer games in that, like, day and date for the launch of the next Xbox, like, because they're gonna want it to be appealing, but at the same time, since it's going to be a new system, they're going to want it to be refreshing too.
They want their money back from.
I would say you're going to have Halo, obviously, right? You're going to have.
And I think you'll have something else random.
Compulsion. I think you have Compulsion's game maybe in there. You're going to have. I'm assuming at least 3 first-party games in there day one.
And by then we'll probably see Gears Tactics too. So
that'll be fire launch lineup too.
Listen, you're gonna have that Cyberpunk in there day and date. And it's not taken away from the developer. No. You don't want Game Pass, go buy the game in the store. I mean, if you got Game Pass, it's in there for you, and you can still buy that game in Microsoft Store. You know, maybe it'll be there for 6 to 8 months inside. The games do revolve and rotate.
No Russia's back on you again. He said, I get enough Game Pass advertisers when I go to 7-Eleven. Bruh, don't do it here.
you know something? I'm Captain Game Pass, so you're going to get it all day. You know? So you're going to catch this fade right here.
He going to catch the Game Pass fade.
This is the Game Pass fade. You're going to catch this one right here. The let me show you something. Who did that for you? If you part of the, to join the realm, if you part of the realm.
No Russian laughing at the fade. He had to laugh. You're going
to catch that fade, brother. Listen, they want their money back from Keanu, all right? So you thought Keanu was just a one-off? You thought all these games that they have shown on that Summer Jam screen found their way into Game Pass on some form of fashion. They leave you the breadcrumbs. They leave you the cookies. They letting you know what's happening.
Put the Game Pass emojis in the chat. He said, yo, y'all wild. He said, King gonna hit you with that Game Pass shuffle. Don't you start. Yo, they stupid. Put the Game Pass emoji in the chat. Yo. Let it rock. Let it rock. Okay. Dancing on him. Finish dancing.
You already know. When it's up there on that screen, it's coming. Every last time that y'all seen those games there, they wind up in Game Pass, right or wrong. They've been there. So they debut that game there. They show that game. They bring out Keanu Reeves on the stage. You don't think it's gonna splash into Game Pass? Pause. It's gonna be right there. So it's gonna be there.
You know what? King has a brilliant point too, because everyone remembers there's that video leak for a Game Pass advertisement that said Devil May Cry 5 would hit Xbox Game Pass, and a lot of us went, "Nah, Capcom ain't gonna put one of their best-selling games
Good point.
on Game Pass," and it showed up.
And you know what?
I think what people aren't realizing is I remember writing the article. It was about a year and a half ago. Mike Rose, who works for an independent publishing studio called No More Robots, he was one of the first people that said Game Pass is garbage. It's going to kill independent studios.
Yeah, I remember him talking slander.
And you know what? PhilSpencer got his game on Game Pass, and they outperformed their Steam sales by 180%.
He made a bend the knee.
And now Mike Rose is one of the biggest proprietors.
He's the biggest thing. Yep, I see Phil. That was a gangster move by Phil.
What you do? You go over there, you embrace your hater, right? You turn him around. Now he's sitting there with the pom-poms out talking about Phil Dominant Spencer for president. Man, you be quiet. You sit down there. Don't be bad-mouthing the God. Watch out, man.
They think arms too short to box the guard?
Yeah, you know what it is, man. He hit you with that Game Pass shuffle, knock you out cold. Then you wake up talking about Game Pass for life. Get out of here with all that.
Another thing we didn't mention is the length of time that these games stay in Game Pass. The third party stuff. Obviously, the first party stuff is staying there, right? But Devil May Cry 5 is still in there, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
And Rage 2, all of that's still in there.
Yep.
We didn't mention what other games left PS Now when GTA 5 left.
Which ones?
God of War.
Oh.
And Uncharted 4.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Their games.
Why they don't want to? Yeah, they just got a different philosophy.
It's a different philosophy, right?
So sorry to break this.
They come in the Game Pass.
Did we get this $5 super chat?
Get the super chat, and I want to jump in on something with Undead. Okay,
so we got a $5 super chat from California Kid. What do you guys think of Phil releasing an only Series X for $399 and completely killing Sony? Entire player base will be on the Series X. What do you think about that, King?
Well, shout out to California Kid. I always see your tweets. You always like, follow, and subscribe. I love that. God bless. They will never do that for that price. Listen, in a pipe dream, yeah, that's a pipe dream, but that's not happening. Yeah. I want you guys to really buckle down and understand that these systems is going to cost you a pretty penny. Undead, to let you know, there's no PC on the market for the prices that they're giving it to you for that can do that type of tech. So, of course, they're going to give it to you at a price that they can tolerate, that they're going to turn a profit. These companies are here to make money. They're not here to do anything for free. They're not your friends. They're not your buddies. They're not your pals, right? You hire them. It's your money that's putting them to work. You're the boss.
Real quick, Sam Walton, he loved going at you. He said, King, who brought you the Xbox you currently love? I'll tell you who. PlayStation, for that butt whipping they gave Xbox this generation.
You're not lying. You're telling me the truth. You're telling me the truth. I was so fast to throw my regular Xbox in the bushes. I didn't throw it in the bushes fast enough, sir, when I got that X right now. Woo! So, yes, thank you for smacking Phil in the face and waking up the beast that's crushing you right now. So you messed up because you woke him up. Now you got Game Pass on your neck. Look at you now, though.
Look at you.
Look at you right now. Y'all lost GTA 5, and where's that in Game Pass? You want to play that game? God. Get over there and go play that Game Pass game.
Yo, shout out to Stitch with the $5 super chat. Game Pass is going to become a norm, just like Netflix eventually is going to be on every home because it's not just going to be for console. Yeah, they definitely try to get Game Pass anyway. I just want to expound on something Undead said that I completely didn't think about in terms of Cyberpunk. And I thought about it, like, Cyberpunk, when's the release date officially? What is it, like April? When is it? Like April, right? So it would make sense. Now, I think, I don't know if it'll go out right on launch. I think they'll let CD Projekt Red rock. but I think it'd be the perfect Game Pass launch on Series X by November, right? Because then they still get bread, then they get another bag, and say, now if you buy a Series X, think about that. If that was to be true, you'd have Halo Infinite, most likely a Forza game, maybe a Gears Tactic, and Cyberpunk as your launch. Like that would be kind of crazy for Game Pass for Series X as a start. So I mean, I could see that type of scenario possibly if it does come to Game Pass. But that's what I got on it. You know what I'm saying? If anybody got anything else left on Addict's topic, and if not, we gonna move on. Lord King. Shout out to 9 Lives. Cognito's onto something. I agree. Shout out to Lord King. A lot of big interview by Phil Dominus recently, man. A lot of gems being dropped. You wanted to talk about.
All right, so just recently on LarryHyrb's show for the Christmas send-off or the holiday send-off, let's say the holiday, because they were celebrating Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, everything all in one. I love Larry. Y'all know I love Larry dearly. Larry always shouts me out every time he sees me, and I think that level of remembering somebody or whatever is endearing to me. So I treat Larry with the utmost respect. The show is fantastic. Cog made sure that I watched this show or listened to the show, and Phil was on the show. Now, remember guys, when I was telling you about leaks, and every time Microsoft always seemed the one that they always had the leaks out, and they never can get the footing, they can never surprise anyone. And the biggest surprise that they have, and everybody's been saying that Microsoft has turned the corner because nobody knew the X was coming at the award show. Nobody saw it coming. And when you listen to Phil talk about how they were so secretive with it, how they sat down with different partners, how they ran a screen in the background and they put it on the loop so nobody can actually tell exactly what's going on. And he said it was ingenious in how they were doing it. And it was kind of like some little, like a James Bond type of thing to keep that level of intrigue up and a surprise. When a company feels that way, that they want to show you a surprise, they want to bring something to you. Remember, this is his first console under him. All those other consoles was iterations of somebody else's idea. This tech is his tech. So of course he wants it with the same love and care, and he wants to present it how he wanted to present it, and it got there in fruition. I'm saying now, after listening to that interview, has Microsoft turned that corner in being that cohesive company that they weren't before? They always seemed like loose and aloof, and right now they seem laser focused. Did they change? Did y'all listen to the interview? What was your thoughts on the interview, and what did you take from it?
Well, let me go first because I have to leave here in a couple seconds. But one thing I think Microsoft really what's where I'm looking for, they started evaluating is, I think the leaks hurt them a lot in the past. For instance, the Master Chief Collection, if that one got leaked, that would have been a really big surprise. A lot of people think that that the XO of 2018 wasn't the greatest, but let's be real here. The biggest information was leaked. Obsidian being bought, Exile being bought. Imagine if that wouldn't have got leaked. So I feel like that's the reason they're moving a little bit more direction to making sure that their actual news doesn't get leaked from a third party.
No, I agree. Saul, I want to jump in. You want to jump in?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I gotta go, you guys. Thanks everyone coming by, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right, Addict, man. See you, brother.
All right, bro. Yeah, I think, when it comes to tech, right? Tech, you wonder, why isn't the movie industry so secretive, right? Why is gaming always been so secretive? And I think when it comes to anytime you're talking about a tech release, whether it's hardware or whether it's a game, people are very protective of that, right? The companies are very protective of that, and rightfully so, because if somebody gets a hold of your tech, they can release something utilizing it, 6 months before you do, whatever the case may be. So it's something that they have to be cognizant of. And like Attic was saying, like, there were a lot of big announcements that got leaked early that it kind of took the wind out of those sails a little bit. So I like the fact that what they've had to do. It's kind of sad that they have to do things like, fake scripts and things like that, and literally tell as few people as possible so that they can keep these secrets. But I think, I think it's imperative. And I think us as gamers, we love those secrets. Like whatever we say about we should know about this. I want to know when this is coming out. I like when they surprise me with something.
Absolutely,
I absolutely love that. And aside from Nintendo has always kept things bottled up, but they keep people locked up in the treehouse. So that's what they do. Like, shout out to my man Jose Otero, Boogie Down's finest. He only comes out of the treehouse for holidays.
No doubt.
Never hear him otherwise.
No doubt. Shout out to Reform Tone in the super chat. $5 super chat. Game Pass games day and date are normally from first-party developers. If Cyberpunk is day and date, that could be because Microsoft acquired them. Are we running with these Polish rumors?
Oh, because we had an after party. They've had smaller games day and date. It's happened, right? So that it's happened with smaller games. That'll continue to happen with smaller games, and maybe we'll see our first big third-party day and date release. Like, we kind of saw it with Outer Worlds, but that was cheating. That's theirs.
Yeah, cheating. That's theirs already. Yeah. Go ahead, Undead. I see you cooking. What's up? What you think about this?
Well, first of all, the CD Projekt, people need to stop looking at them and start looking at 4A Games. You heard it here first. I'm a fan right now. When 4A Games gets acquired by Microsoft and suddenly everyone loves those Metro games, come call me.
Oh, you're right. That's dumb, Undead. I didn't even know that. 4A is Metro.
Metro Exodus.
Every last one of those games
have been in Game Pass, and the relationship is really good.
Well, Metro Exodus was the game they debuted the Xbox One X with. They were like, this is the next level.
Listen.
And it was like, what, a
Undead,
month after?
What screen was it on?
That would be the Xbox screen, sir.
No, I'm talking about they showed it on that Summer Jam screen
again.
And you remember it was part of the trailer. It was part of the run-through. It was part of the lead-up. And where is the game at?
Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they done gave you the breadcrumbs.
And this is the thing, is like there's gonna be, I think Microsoft as a whole, this is the first time the Xbox division since its founding, all the way back to when it was Seamus Blackley, this has been the first time where Microsoft has believed in something wholeheartedly, and the Xbox division isn't just the kid tinkering with their toys on the side. Like if anyone reads back into the history of the OG Xbox, that was an uphill fight 99% of the time to get any kind of money, and they had to do some really crazy stuff
get that console. Did you hear what Seamus put out about the Dawn? In reference to that? He had made Seamus put out, he's like, I never told anybody this, but he was like, he was one of the biggest blockers, C blockers, let's call it that, in terms of getting the OG Xbox release, because he didn't believe in Microsoft even being in gaming. And he says how ironic it was that he ended up being in a position that he didn't even believe in later on during the 360 era. And that blew the internet. And then shout out to Ryan McCaffrey in a follow-up tweet to that. He co-signed that, and he was like, yeah, we knew about that. And he was trying to get the Dawn on the show to talk about it. He said, but he been dodging him like the plague. He could never get him on as a...
Oh, no. Nobody want to hear from that, man.
Nobody want to hear from the Dawn.
He tried to sabotage my love, man. And shout out to Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer for taking control of the situation and resuscitating my Xbox. Because if Xbox is my Sega. Okay, Sega died, and what do we have left? What filled the void? Microsoft. They're not the company that we wanted, but that's the company that we got. And now that they showing the love that Sega had, that Sega brand and that love, they didn't get there with those iconic games yet, except for Halo and Gears and Forza. And I know Cog is sick and tired of the Happy Meal, fries and shake type of thing.
Your man did his thing though. Listen, Phil came out, Dominus came out. I still think, and we'll get to me on that, I think that move was probably, during his run, one of the top 3 moves. I'd put that up there. Probably, you could argue say number 1. I would say back compat was a strong move from him. The Game Pass announcement in itself. But Series X with Hellblade is probably his shining moment so far out of key moments during Phil's. That's just my personal opinion.
The biggest moment for Xbox this generation that no one is going to remember, and no one will remember this because it's a financial backdrop issue, was the firing and removal of Terry Myerson. Because you look at what Xbox has done from since the firing of Terry Myerson.
But there's both those dudes. It was him and Don that was
Don
holding back.
Don Matrick didn't want to be in the gaming sphere in the first place, and Meyerson thought it was a waste of time. Meyerson believed more in Windows phones than he believed in the Xbox brand.
And those phones is in the bushes.
So I get people give Phil a lot of crap, but at the end of the day, you can make the argument he's literally fought for the existence of the Xbox brand and to prove to Satya that not only is it valuable, that if we're going to do it, we got to go all in, right? And he's getting them to buy in with the services with Game Pass. And Microsoft like money. So, listen, they got accountants everywhere, man. If this thing ain't doing well for them financially, they would not be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it is something to be said. But continue, Undead. I completely agree with all the things you're saying about Terry Meyerson and that whole stuff.
And this is the thing, is why I feel like I hate to use hyperbole a lot, but this isn't the Xbox brand that I grew up on with the 360 or anything else, because I came in on the 360 era, not the OG era. No doubt. The OG era obviously was one of the best eras of Xbox for diversity of content. The Japanese games that were on there were phenomenal. And there was a lot of classic games that are lost back there because of deals that can't be made anymore or weren't being made. But seeing the deals that Phil's making, and this isn't even if you take the console war nonsense out of it, just the fact that we're going to see a Yakuza game on an Xbox console. We're seeing Final Fantasy games are on Xbox going forward. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is going to be on PlayStation for a year, but we all know it's coming to Xbox. In the end of the day, we're seeing games that used to not come to this ecosystem at all. And they are coming to this ecosystem. And not only are they coming into this ecosystem, these Japanese developers that have been so hard to get deals with are putting these games into Game Pass. The Yakuza games are going into Game Pass. This means a couple of things. Obviously, Game Pass provides values to developers. Obviously. Two, obviously, Japanese developers are starting to see enough interest in the Xbox ecosystem to invest in this ecosystem. And number three is that the people that have been yelling from the roof since 2014, I know almost everyone on this panel has too, of diversifying the games, is here. We have the largest lineup of Xbox games coming in 2020 that eclipses 2017, 2018, and 2019 combined.
Hold on.
You know what? Even if you don't want all those games, there is something there for you. If you're saying there's not, I don't know what to tell you.
Hold on, I gotta get one thing. Mods $10 super chat. My brother, LordsOfGaming.net tech guru Phil Dominus Gen is starting holiday 2020, no doubt. Now, Undead, there was a few naysayers. The chat predominantly agree with you, but there were a few naysayers in the chat when you were speaking. They said, no Russian says money only moves or doesn't when Satya Nadella and Amy Hood approve. Meyerson ain't have nothing to do with it. That's the first thing. And then Beats Game and Life Zim, he said Don Matrick was a beast. He is the 360. His screw up was connected to DRM. So what do you say to those people who said?
No. We need to roll it back.
Get him, Undead.
Someone needs to refresh my memory. Who was the money man that took over who was head of 360? Was that? Who the hell was that? I'm trying to remember. He's the guy who did the GTA 4 tattoo.
Oh, wait, when you talk about doing the 360, you mean my man? You mean the guard? You mean the homie with the tattoo? You talk about from Sega's own? Boy owns the team? Peter Moore?
Peter Moore.
The legend?
Moore was the reason the 360 was amazing. People need to stop giving Matrick credit. Matrick inherited a ship that was already. The reason why 360 to Xbox One failed was because all Matrick did was sit on the laurels.
He
was paid.
Tell him about it.
Talk about it.
Could you please teach him right now? Because I don't think he understands classes in session. Get closer to your mic and just let him understand.
Get your volume
up. Don Matrick was the reason why we stumbled. His finger rolling the Patrick Human.
He inherited something that Peter Moore already built to greatness. Because Peter Moore was a Sega kid. And he said he was mad that the Dreamcast lost to Sony. You know what I'm saying? He was mad that it died off. So when he signed up with Microsoft, that was his goal. He was focused on that generation.
That's a fiery dude.
Yeah, that's a fiery dude. Continue.
Moore was the guy that went, you know what made the 360 great? Content. Moore knew content was king.
Facts.
And that's what he did. All that, like that GTA 4 moment is like one of the most legendary this generation moments ever. When he rolled up his sleeve and there was Grand Theft Auto 4, I remember losing my mind on that. That was mad stupid, but he was just there and he was hungry. And the Matrick inherited it and went, oh, well, this will just self-run itself. That's why we had first-party games being made by third-party studios. We had all these things that all blew up in the face of Xbox in 2013 was because Matrick went, this will work. People need to stop hailing Matrick as some kind of god. Is he inherited? That'd be like if I came in and took over Cognito's role in Iron Lord's podcast. I took over his role and just went, yeah, look at this thing I built. No, I didn't. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You are based on the merits of what you do with the company at the time you have it. It's the same reason why I will always say Kaz Hirai was the best thing that ever happened to PlayStation because that man took the PlayStation 3 and made it usable, made people actually love it. He's like, hey, see this stupid box we screwed up on? Love this thing. There's games on it.
Where's he at now?
No doubt.
Where's Kaz at now?
Why you gonna be petty? Stop being petty.
I'm just trying to figure out where he's at now.
He's roasting his toes going, I did 2 console generations of this crap. I'm good.
He's good. Yo, shout out to Jonathan B. He said while Undead talking, he said, we need a church organ playing behind Undead.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on, you gotta teach him. You got that knowledge. I just want to know where Kaz at.
Stop being petty. But Vaughn says, ever since Matrick took over, we stopped getting hardcore games. He was pushing more Connect games. And remember TV. Oh, don't even start. But we don't know that.
Well, everyone forgets the reason why it's called the Xbox One is because it's all in one. That was the whole purpose of the name. Like that's why we got the Xbox One, because it's all in one entertainment system. You could do the same stuff with your PlayStation, but they weren't like, hey, PS1, all in one nonsense.
They showed you basketball game live TV. Is this man doing to us right now? And you know, if this doesn't fit your nature, we got a system for you.
That was the classic
this dude
failure line. Classic. But anyway, but no, I continue it. I mean, I completely agree with you. I think you're preaching, you know what I'm saying? And then look, we gotta see what's gonna go on. But I do agree with King. I thought Phil in that interview dropped so many gems. First of all, I liked his energy. His energy was cool, calm. He was having fun. He said a lot of cool things in reference to the announcement. And not one thing we got to admit, like, in order for him to have that moment, there can't be a leak. Because if there's a leak, that changes the whole conversation and dynamic of watching the Game Awards. If we know coming into the Game Awards, there's a strong chance, unless you're Rand Outdoor, salute the Rand we had over the show, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're Rand that knew, you know what I'm saying? I mean, put a good guess on, you know, the impact that had. That no one knew. And the fact that, like King said, he went through those lengths doing a fake script, right? And one of the cool things, if you listen to the interview, he says, it was actually suggested. I forgot the lady, the chick on the team. I forgot to salute her. And
I don't think he ever gave her name.
He never gave her name.
Never gave her name.
But he said it was suggested during the meetings about when to reveal the Series X. And I think there's some talk that XO could have had it. You know what I'm saying? And other shows.
Well, they said XO was supposed to get a Hellblade.
Was supposed to get Hellblade, right?
Right.
So for him to have the foresight and to say, you know what, you might be onto something, was a ballsy move, and that to me is bigger than what people are giving it credit for, because it represents something that I've always complained about Microsoft, which is knowing the theatrics, knowing the moment. That's what Sony and Nintendo do. Right? I've always complained. And that's why, for me, the Series X announcement with Hellblade is the biggest moment for them to start the new generation, because that pure excitement, everybody's watching everybody's reaction trailers now, right? You go right to that moment and you want to see what people would say, like, oh my God, Tower of Power, what is going on? Hellblade, oh my God. Like, people were going crazy, man.
Damon, I believe you're onto something, because she was new. You have to understand that this man didn't exude hubris over her by, you know, she's new. She raises her hand. She's nervous there. And she's like, how about, you know, we put it inside the award show?
Yeah.
And if
takes a leader with foresight.
If Phil is not a democratic ruler, he's more of like an emperor. He's just going to be like, sit down and be quiet. We don't do it that way. And he sat back and he was like, maybe she's right. You know, it takes a different type of person to sit back and to listen to everybody that's there, because you have to have faith in your team. And it shows by me watching the interview, listening to the interview, it just shows that they are a little bit more connected than before. Like you said, it's a different, like from top to bottom, he knows he has the financial backing with these dudes. He knows that. Let's give a round of applause to marketing.
Yes.
All right, because
we've killed them before many times. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We've killed them, and marketing has been spot on, and they didn't change anybody in marketing. So was it them being undermined as well? You know, when the leaks and stuff was going out, you just have to look at it as a whole. As they didn't just turn over; they removed 2 people out of key positions that fixed the company and put the right people in place. Like you said, Cod, going into this next generation, there's no going to the store picking up a ton of games. You know, Game Pass, that changes the narrative on how everything is moving, how we're going forward. Everybody, y'all need to take notice. This is going to be a change for us going forward. The digital era is going to be this year.
First time is in full effect. First time is in full effect, and it's and nobody's scared, right? 2013, everybody's terrified. Everybody was terrified.
Even me, I was like, I'm not doing it.
I mean, I was in, but day one, I bought everything on disc. I said, I don't think it's gonna work. And it would have worked. Right? Everything was fairly smooth when it launched in terms of at least being able to download the games. But you know, I had my discs, I was happy, whatever. But this time it's like, wow, I'm going to pick up the box, and that's it.
And that's it.
That is it.
Yo, shout out to Philly Eagles making a good point. $5 super chat. Been saying it a while. This is the first time Xbox has been run by a gamer. It feels different because it is different. Now it's go time. Look, perfectly said, man. I mean, you definitely, again, Phil doesn't get enough credit. Now, again, King has been on the Phil dominance train, and I've been skeptical. You know, I'm a Peter Moore guy. I've always admitted it. But I have to admit, you know, just to see the momentum carrying on now from how bad the generation started to him picking up the pieces, changing narrative, taking things away, you know, getting this thing, buying the studios, you know, now leading into this next generation, it has Xbox fans excited, and you have to credit him for that. So it's good. Keep it up. Hopefully no more leaks. You know, keep the ship tight. Whoever they look like they know who the snitches are. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here with misinformation, he knows it's you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Now all we need to see is the games. You know what I'm saying? So Hellblade was a great start. Single player, dark, mature narrative. Beautiful start. That's what Xbox gamers been wanting to see. Let's keep the momentum. Let's see what the other studios are working on. Playground Initiative, Compulsion, all those guys. And he even said that in the interview. He said, yo, people are sleeping on Compulsion, so I'm dying to know what those guys are cooking up. We know Undead, who had to leave, at the Attic, who had to leave. They're both Compulsion fans, so we will see. And, you know, hopefully we may hear something from Compulsion. Stay tuned to ILP or that. So that's all I got. And we're going to wrap up and get this poll going. You know what I'm saying? So, new ILP poll this week with the rumors of a possible PlayStation 5 reveal at CES. What do you think is the best possible event to rebut the Xbox Series X at the Game Awards? The choices are A, CES 2020. More national spotlight of PS5 to the electronic world, bigger splash. B, reveal PlayStation 5 at your own Sony dedicated event. Completely control the narrative. Or C, I don't care. 9 teraflops don't want it with the whole 12 teraflop tower of power. Those are the choices. Rock the vote when it goes up on the ILP Twitter, probably Tuesday. Salute to Undead. Salute to Attic, who had to bounce out. Shout out to Pixel Bit G, $2 super chat. Preach and tell them Xbox is serious this generation. You already know it looks good so far. Hopefully they keep the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fuzzy Belvedere, no doubt. But Lord Sov, back for the new year, IOP 2020. Where can find you? What do you have going on, sir?
Nothing. Gotta go to work, but you know, you can find me. You can find me on Twitter, you know, LordSovILP, and you can find me at PSN Xbox Live, BX Sovereign.
Woo! No doubt. And of course, Lord King back in 2020, shooting the shot, letting the haters know what time it is. Where can the fine people find you? What's going on, sir?
Give them that Game Pass shuffle.
Oh, yeah, Game Pass shuffle. Game Pass shuffle. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
baby. All right, so y'all know KOS was on vacation too because I couldn't have Cog working on his time off.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
He had to pull my collar to something, and he's like, "Man, come on, man.
I'm trying to rest.
I need a break. I need a break, man. My legs is running, baby. Let me slow down." So definitely Texas dry. So a lot of times you got to speak to somebody on the phone to get a better feel of things. But KOS is coming back this week. Like I said, I'm waiting for one statue to come in, and then I'm going to give y'all that DC blowout pause that y'all been asking for. I'm gonna go a little deep dive into all these DC characters. Those books that you see over there is books that I got from Sideshow during the holiday special. They was like on half off or something like that. And one of them is the Anatomy of a Metahuman, and they call them metahumans in DC, and the I think the Anatomy of the Villains. So I'm gonna go into that's why you see the Joker that's in the front. I think that's one of the best 6 scale toys.
That look fire. Like the Heath Ledger joint too.
Yeah, the Heath Ledger is very nice. All the toys are very nice. Those are actual dolls. Those are not statues. And I'm going to show y'all the difference, and I'm going to show you the price wise. I had these for a long time, so it's going to be nice to do that with you guys and talk over that. We have a lot of fights this year, so your combat talk with the King is going to be up. Somebody asked me, what was my name on Xbox Live? And I said, if you follow me on Twitter, it's King David OTW. It's the same exact thing. I'm there. Now, you're not going to get the same exact King that you on this show.
That's not the family friendly King. That's a different King.
On this show, my kids watch, my family watches, and this show is also the preferred listening downtime for Mount Vernon children. So
all the children in Mount Vernon.
All the children, salute to Buddy Ernie Mount Vernon. No doubt.
It's a serious thing that this is one of the preferred listening channels on YouTube that they can allow them to listen to the podcast, when they have downtime. And I take that and I hold that in very high regard, because if your children can listen to us without us cursing, without us being derogatory, without bad things happening, and they can take that and learn from it, I'm pleased with that. So listen, y'all can be in the car listening to us with your children. You don't have any fear of us flipping out doing something crazy.
Shout out to Jonathan B. Said parental advisory King. L Boogie David King, don't play with you. And said, shout out to Punch. He's like, it's flit to finally watch it live since you guys changed the time of the podcast for me, Logan. Yes, LordSov doesn't agree with this. We like it.
We did it just for you, Punch. We missed you.
Continue, King.
No, it's just I'm so happy that we're back. I'm so happy for the 200 plus people that were here with us at a new time coming back. That speaks a lot. I missed you as much as you missed us, and next week we're gonna come bigger, better, badder. Can't wait. Pause.
No, you already know. Salute to GWG in the building. We got the ladies of gaming. They're coming up on their 100th episode. L Boogie, Lady Infamous. They in the chat. They are big supporters of the realm. We still got to collaborate with y'all. Y'all got to give us a date, but we working with y'all. We want to do the ladies of the realm and ILP. You know what I'm saying? Right. But please salute them. They're coming up on 100 episodes. Saturdays is when they go. I believe it is 12 p.m. Eastern, so 9 p.m. Pacific. Check them out. Great bunch of gamers. Salute Delilah HD as well as on the team. Cherise. They are really cool in the industry. Please support them. And the Lord's always salute the ladies of the realm. So that's that. And everybody that came through, man. 1 o'clock to 2020. We back out here. It's good to see y'all still rocking us. Over 200 in the chat. Really appreciate y'all. It really feels good. And we got a lot of things cooking, y'all. 2020 is gonna be a fun year for the Lords. We really respect y'all. And man, Lords and LordsOfGaming.net. How can I not forget everybody? We had our biggest, hugest month. And man, you saw Undead in the building. He's one of the people responsible. You know what I'm saying? You already know the vibes on that VK vent style like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been tremendous, man. And again, it's due to you guys. It's due to support. So when you see those articles, even if you don't agree, comment and say you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Just put something in there, because the writers that we have, wow, this team is tremendous. I'm very proud to be part of this team. What's up?
I do a giveaway on the Kira.
Okay.
On the channel. for like one of the statues, KOS coming up. I might, if y'all into Akira, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. If I get enough of a response of it, I might do a giveaway on that. I think that thing is what, like $500 now? I don't know.
Already know. And that's what I got. So everybody, that's it. Enjoy your playoff Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, and we will be back in the realm next week. That's all I got. Everybody enjoy your Sunday. We are out. Peace.